Hello,
We're gonna
everybody.
make like 3 rolls.
We're
It'll be fine.
live now. Yeah, that's true. That's true. We're live with episode 1 of Masks, the New Meta. That's our team name.
It's a good name.
Yep.
It
Yep.
was a tight race due to Discord voting.
It was legitimately
It was 50-50,
challenging.
and then
I think it's more that we didn't have any like gangbuster options.
That's always how it goes. I have almost never seen any name deciding like process that I've been in. I've almost never seen a like that's it. I guess Breadwinner for my like sandwich building card game is the only one where I have been like, yeah, that's the name of it. But even that,
any like role playing game where you have to name your group. I think when we did 5e a long time ago, we went from 1 to 20 and just
you never had a
named our
name.
group.
You were
We
just
never-
the
we were just the
four
guys.
adventurers who are getting from levels
That's
1 to
kinda,
20 in a few months while everyone else is terrified of you because they can see how strong you're getting very suddenly.
It feels weird to have a name for like a D&D group. Because I feel like it makes it way harder to just kill the characters off randomly because they messed up a die roll and there's monsters.
I think if you're doing like mercenary work or something where you actually need a brand,
Yeah,
public-facing,
then maybe that's like a narrative drive rather than like we just.
yeah, like it works for
And I
Blade
think it really
Screws.
depends on how willing you actually are to kill off your characters, because in 5e at least, like if you've put the time and effort into making your character, you really don't want to redo that without just because of a bad die roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then we'll make Burning Wheel characters in between sessions. So
Or
it's
Pathfinder
a moot point.
characters for fun.
or Pathfinder characters.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just kill them. It's fine. Drive them like
Yeah.
they're on fire.
Yeah.
I still have a roll 20 that is just all 5e characters I just made and like went theory crafting with. Like some of them even have names.
Did you get
and
to
art
use
for
some of them in Baldur's Gate?
No, I actually haven't done that. I should do that.
Could be fun. When you hire a hireling, I assume you get to customize them?
Yeah.
I've never tried.
I don't think you get to customize the. Oh wait, yeah, I think now you can with the magic mirror. You could customize it more.
Cool.
I mean, you just hire whoever and bring them to Withers and reclass
Yeah.
them.
Well, just fundamentally alter your identity for a handful of gold.
Hey,
Yeah, it's
here's
fine.
100 gold. Fuck it.
I
mean,
still,
it's like
it's
that,
not-
that and
not-
the Oathbreaker Knight are
it's-
like kind of the same.
it's a
Yeah.
it's my theory, having not actually researched this at all, but hints near the end of the game make it seem that Withers was the original god of death. Is that true at all?
I
Durgle,
think
yeah.
that's yeah.
Okay. Because I didn't actually look up any external things. I was just like, based on when we finished the game before, I was like, oh yeah, that's probably who he is.
I mean that fits with Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think it. Well, actually, I haven't finished.
It's
2
never
yet.
like outright said. You have to like
No.
look for it.
Well,
I mean, the thing at the end where he's looking at where with Withers looking at the painting of the 3
Spoilers
gods.
for Baldur's Gate 3,
You
by
know.
the way.
Yeah,
this
just
isn't
a
Baldur's Gate spoilers. This is
That's true.
random
It doesn't.
nerds
It's
lore
not.
spoilers.
Yeah, lore
that,
spoilers.
like,
I
I
guess.
don't care if
Yeah,
someone.
Zen, what were you saying?
There's.
Well, yeah. So there's a thing at the end where Withers is looking at the 3 gods that replaced Jurgle.
Mhm.
I don't remember their names, but you know,
Paul, Bane, and
Merkel.
Someone
Merkel,
they're
else.
cool. Yeah. But yeah, that's basically implying that he's getting his revenge.
Yep. Again, not again. I don't know what he's done, but like we have killed stuff again. Ball has been definitely a big player. I need to finish Baldur's Gate 2.
Well, I mean,
Anyway.
that's.
Pass.
I mean, if you've done a Dark Urge playthrough,
Doing one now.
yeah,
I still have to finish mine.
I just killed my love interest.
Oh,
I was
I'm
like, oh,
doing-
you want me to kill my love interest? Yes. I have like 3
I'm
lined up. It's fine. I'm a bard.
I'm redeemed. I'm trying to do a redeemed dirge. So
Yeah,
it's like,
that'll be my eventually I'll play again solo after like Enhanced Edition comes out, and then I'll do that.
I'm gonna go crazy with official mods if it's like actually Steam
Witcher
Workshop.
3 is finally coming out with official mod support.
Wait, how long ago did Witcher 3?
Why?
2018,
Why
I
now?
think. I think it's been 6 years.
Release.
I'm
That
guessing
seems like
like
weird
they have
timing.
when did it come out?
It's 2015. It's been almost 10
2015.
years.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm guessing busy working on Cyberpunk and whatever Witcher 4 is going to be, and I know they built their own engine, so it might have been harder for them to do mod tools. I'm not sure how that would have worked.
Yeah, but
I mean-
why bother?
There's still mods for it.
Yeah,
My
there's
brother
plenty of
actually
mods that
just
exist
started
for it.
Yeah, my brother just started a modded playthrough himself.
Yeah, I frequent Mods Nexus for weird shit, so you know. Although I will say, there's an awful lot of adult content for Baldur's Gate on that. That's hard to avoid.
Yeah, people are very horny.
Yeah, like Jesus.
Is it worse than
In that
Skyrim?
case-
Because I
Yes.
Probably.
oh boy,
Yes. Yeah, it definitely is.
That
There's
game's
an entire
already,
framework, apparently. It's fucked up.
impressive.
that game's already decently horny.
My other
Yeah.
thing was, does it need any more? But that's not the question that people ask when they
No,
make
it's
rules.
can
is-
it
yeah,
not
can
shit
it
on
And we asked for.
We asked if we could, but we didn't ask if we should.
yeah,
Yeah, I think you can. You can beg an illithid in like the base game.
You can
Mhm.
make a
Yep.
bear.
Yeah, in the base game.
Base.
Oh, yeah.
Not modded.
In the first map, you stumble upon an ogre and a bugbear. I mean,
Yep.
come on.
Yeah, it's already an adult game.
it is.
Speaking of an adult game,
Not in that way.
not that way.
No, nope, but
Very much.
Rated T for teen.
TV 14.
Yes, masks. We already did our session 0, streamed last week, unless time is starting to run away from me.
week before.
It was a week
Week
before.
before.
It is.
Oh my god.
Okay, my
Time
refrigerator.
is-
I better go catch it, because yeah.
I was reminded today I'm 27. I was like, I always
I
go like,
still
I'm like 20.
feel like I'm 27, and I'm now 31 and a half.
Yeah, it gets easier as you forget more in life.
You know what?
I've got a
I
birthday
believe
within the week.
Oh yeah,
Woo!
Marissa joins
And I'm
me
still at that
at
stage.
the edge of the cliff of 31. How is it from down there, Zen?
How is it from rock bottom?
I mean, come on now.
There's a reason you don't have your camera on. It's just all wrinkles now.
Yes, the ravages
you
of
looked into the
time
arc
have
of the
destroyed
covenant.
my visage.
The
But
webcam, yeah.
the mind is still strong, and that's what counts.
The mind
It's
is
all the
strong, but the
spice.
flesh is weak.
Yep.
What?
Now
Uh,
let's all go pretend to be people half our age.
Yes,
literally.
we're escapism. We're gonna escape into teenage angst. I'm sure their
Hmm.
lives will be perfectly fine, just like all of ours were at their age.
I'm gonna beat up a lot more people in this round, though.
That's fair.
I'll
You
probably have the
literally have
same
a
level of
license of
anxiety.
beating people up.
I got a badge that says I can beat you up.
Yep.
Listen, I have a chemical imbalance that makes me have anxiety, but my guy literally makes black holes, which gives him anxiety. So, it's kind of the same, really.
Yeah.
It,
It's
it all boils down to a chemical
you're
imbalance,
giving
I'm
the
sure.
space-time continuum anxiety,
Yeah.
and that manifests in miniature black holes. Cool.
That would be a horrible superhero world where your brain is so strong that your problems affect the universe. and-
Yeah, superpowers work
chaotic
by
and
your
dreadful ways.
negative emotions leaking into the universe.
You just wake up real hungry one day and there's more suns.
Yeah, that would do it.
Oh dear.
All right. What are we? What trouble are we getting into?
So I think, as usual, we're going to try and play this by the book, and the book has a very set way to do things for the first session, at least.
All right.
So we start off
Oh, the book.
with
Should have that.
we start off. Comic panel opens on the beautiful like cityscape of Halcyon City, clusters of skyscrapers with suburbs between them. It's a sunny, like barely partly cloudy day. Um, we see. I think this is as we switch to a new panel. I think. I think that we're in a zoo is where this turns down into as we zoom in a bit. It's a Saturday. It's very busy. It's probably a long weekend as well. The zoo is packed with people seeing the different animals, seeing the kids. Um, I think that it's you could there's hints and I guess uh signs of superheroic society in here. Occasionally you'll have a sign as we see like here is um a like here's a T-Rex enclosure with a sign of like the T-Rex was brought back for like by this like villain and these are the last surviving ones. They're not reproducing.
Yeah.
We're letting them die off in this enclosure.
The
That kind of
meta
thing.
cheetahs are a dead giveaway.
Yeah.
The meta
So there's
cheat.
there's the
Yes, they have
occasional few like
superpowers.
animal that shouldn't be there. Base
Had a
that
unicorn.
yeah.
The
Yes.
cyborg gorillas have gotten loose.
Yes.
You
Um
shouldn't give them lock-picking skills.
um and I think we see a child that we zoom in a bit more and we see like a probably like 6-year old little boy is literally like dragging his mom by the hand to see each animal like pointing them out and this is probably where we see like the like cyber gorillas, meta cheetahs, and T-Rexes and stuff like that. And then he says like, "Mommy, mommy, what's that?" And I think we see not in a cage, but instead lumbering uh sort of through the through a quickly backing away and startled crowd.
Thank you.
um Backing away from a startled backing away crowd is lumbering this probably 15-foot tall grotesque insectoid human creature. It
Oh,
looks
the
like
mosquito already came back.
it looks like there was that old horror movie that was like the Human Fly or something. I never actually
Fly?
saw it. It was just
Fly.
called
It
The
was
Fly.
just called.
Yeah, it's a fly.
Yeah, I remember that has some startling imagery. That, but on a larger scale. I'm thinking it's just like a yeah, a gross looking bug humanoid. Um, it has of course several like it has wings on its back. It doesn't have compound eyes, but it does have what do mosquito eyes look like up close actually? Things I should look up when you're running a role playing game.
What do
So many
mosquitoes
government
look-
lists.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they do have the many faceted
They
eyes.
do. Okay, they're just
Yep.
not as easily noticeable as fly ones. So yeah, okay. We see these yeah, almost greenish yellow yeah, eyes and still a roughly humanoid like they have arms long and spindly but still looking powerful and like they have a stinger sort of that seems to be um acting more like a shortened scorpion tail in terms of how prehensile it is. But they, as people start noticing and fleeing and running away in this like gross insectoid voice, they start announcing themselves to the crowd and says, "Halcyon City, it's been too long. You have forgotten the terror of malaria." Everyone's starting to run
Just
and
call it
panic.
that.
Yep, that's what you called him. That's
Right.
he owns this. He sort of like just roars, announcing himself.
Yeah.
Crowd's running in panic. There's one security guard who bravely is like approaching the guy, shaking and being like, please, sir, this is a civilian area. Please, back away." And he's trembling. The mosquito person, like, I think just like reaches down and I don't think it's going to significantly injure him, but like brushes him to the side and knocks him to the ground and chuckles to himself. Walks forward to the T-Rex enclosure.
Oh no.
And says, "Let's," and I think he's sort of, again, speaking to himself and I guess to the still listening security guard. He says, "Let's spread some of that terror, shall we?" And I think with he reaches down with his like very, again, thin and insectoid arms. Despite the thinness of them, he's able to, I think, actually, I don't think he's going to bend the steel that the T-Rexes couldn't get through. I think he's going to smash some of the electronic machinery that's like keeping everything closed. And in the classic sense, when everything shuts down or when anything breaks, the doors just open, because that's, of course, the
Automatically,
default.
yep.
Yeah, the default is
The
the
default
worst
setting is
possible
wide
thing.
open.
Yeah. So the doors all open, and the T-Rex is kind of like they were probably eating like some kind of mix that was made for them. Like, I'll stop and look at the entrance and then immediately rush for it.
I'm having fun imagining T-Rex kibble.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. They're eating T-Rex
Some
kibble.
kind of paste, I'm sure.
Probably.
Sure, they get like whole iguanas and stuff. Just to be honest,
They
like,
might. Yeah.
Like, it's just like, I'm sure they get some sort of like dinosaur mix.
Yeah, but I think
of
there's...
like, they
probably
get
just
like
lamb.
live, just iguanas and stuff for them to have, like,
That's fair.
live prey and things.
Yeah, about a half dozen T-Rexes. I think the last
That's a
shot we
lot.
see. I know
I was
it
picturing
is.
one.
No, it's not.
6.
Yeah, well,
6
someone in the
T-Rexes.
past tried to make an army of T-Rexes, so they had to be able to coexist in small things. So they actually
an army
these
is
T-Rexes
mixed with
Yeah.
raptors.
these T-Rexes
The-
prefer to live in groups.
These are soldier T-Rex.
Yes.
That would be a group of Tyrannosaurs is a terror, by the way.
Oh, perfect. An unintended pun then. So I think we see a top-down shot that shows like two of the T-Rexes that are like all way out of the door in the corridor, one that's like in the door, and like 2 or 3 more behind them, as the last like panel on the opening comic, before I think whoever wants to introduce themselves first can describe their entrance into this scene.
Oh, we're entering this scene?
You're entering this scene.
All right.
You, for one reason or another, were nearby and are
Okay.
the first on the scene to stop this.
I like
So,
the idea that we were just at the zoo.
You might have just been at the zoo. Yep.
So I think I can go first. I know how I know how to enter. So I am. There's all the chaos of the T-Rexes being loose, and then through the wall, Morg like comes through the wall fighting a wizard. We're just fist fighting through the wall.
You're fist fighting a wizard?
Yes,
What?
there's a wizard, and we're in a tussle, and we crash the. He's in the long Mickey Mouse style robes
Yeah.
where it's primary color with white stars on it. He's got the hat with the fur line round. And it's not a super powered fight. There's no spells being thrown around. It's just a regular fight with a wizard. They're a scourge upon Halcyon City.
The wizards.
Okay, so
they're-
by you mean like
pigeons? There's
stage
just wizards
magicians?
everywhere.
I'm sure they could probably do magic, but that's not important.
Is it their fashion
It's a
sense that's
stage
at
Into a
play?
fight with some guy that was dressed as a wizard.
This is probably like a
random
magician
fight.
show that's happening at the zoo somewhere, and you just like got up on stage
I
and
just
started
like to
to
see
fight.
that
Kids
with all
party
the
was
super-
going on, and he ran up and punched the guy in the fake beard. It was
Yeah, the kids
I
actually
just think
cheered.
that-
They thought it was part of the
I just
show.
think in a world with all these superpowers that like wizard orders are weirdly popular for people without superpowers.
Well, everyone, it's like one of those things where if magic is real, would superstition be more common or less common? The answer is, I think, more.
if
and-
people try to grasp for magical powers in their weird little wizard gangs, and
Okay, I'm writing that in
Lord's
my,
not
in my
having any
GM
of it.
notes. Wizard gangs.
Wizard gangs, wizard biker gangs, where they're
gangs
in
of
leather
roving
jackets. They're
wizards.
just robes.
so yeah,
They snap menacingly as they approach you.
I'm protecting the children,
Robbing old ladies in the street.
Yep.
turning purses into newts. They don't have any powerful magics.
No,
They're
they all have,
just
like-
a nuisance.
Yeah. Hedge magic is what they all have.
Yeah, they're more of a
Yeah,
nuisance.
that's
Like,
how
I'm
to turn
sure
them
there's
into
some
gold.
strong evil sorcerers
Okay.
out there, but this is not one of them.
I'm writing this down. Hedge magic that they use to rob folk.
Yeah. They just
Yeah.
animate whatever
Your
you want to
jewelry
steal and it runs
disappeared
away.
into my hat. Or something. Like, that's stage magic, but yeah.
I turned your jewelry into pigeons.
And now they fly to my house.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm fighting this wizard.
fighting
then
a
we come through
wizard.
the wall.
Perfect.
And then there's T-Rexes. I think I pushed the wizard into the security guard, just like, all right, we're done. There's a bigger problem.
Yeah. Okay. I
And I
think
have arrived in a trench coat and a skull mask, and I smell like corpses.
perfect. I
So
think
delicious to a T-Rex.
depends. I mean, you said you you kind of rot a bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
So- It depends how picky they are. But yeah, I think the security guard like catches the wizard, and both of them start to run away from both you and like the wizard is gonna fight back until he was like, oh come on, I can keep going, until the
magic,
T-Rex
I can do this all day.
yeah, he starts to go like, no, I'll fight you back, but then he notices the T-Rexes. And the T-Rex notices him and the security guard, and they both look very frightened and start to run away together in a different direction. One of the T-Rexes starts to chase them. What do you do?
I don't have any actual powers.
Yep. So what do you do? You could try to distract the T-Rex or do something else. I have a terrible. I have
I
a
don't have-
very. I have an idea. If you want an idea.
You know what T-Rexes? What do T-Rexes love? I don't know what T-Rexes love.
Obviously, they like playing fetch.
I was
They
gonna
have-
say you could use one of your own arms as a fetch toy.
I could use my arms, but I use those for holding things.
You do. Yeah, they're very versatile.
Yeah. Can I use my detective powers?
How would that work?
Do you go like
You
Sherlock?
gotta
Are you gonna be like-
out logic the T-Rex?
T-Rex
I
is
can
possibly
see if you
something
want to
called-
try and like find some hidden thing that you want to.
Okay, I figured how I use my detective powers. I'll use my detective powers to find the best place for the wizard to run into.
Just the
Um,
wizard, or both.
Well,
of
the
them?
security guard could follow, but like
Okay.
I feel bad using the security guard as bait for.
You're gonna try and
T-Rexes.
like try to spot a hidden door or something that the staff normally go through.
Yeah, I want to trick them into going into a door that'll aid in the subdual of the T-Rexes. Like, send them through a low archway or something to
Okay.
block out the T-Rexes.
I dig it. I think then.
I'd like to use the wizard as bait.
Yes. Sure. I think this is unleashing your powers?
Yeah, it's my detective powers.
Yes, you're unleashing your detective powers to overcome, or in this case, more create an obstacle of a barricade for the T-Rex.
Save your environment, sort of.
Yeah, and to ensure this happens, I would like to use whatever food cart at the zoo is closest to me to discourage the wizard from going in any of the other directions.
Perfect. Okay, you're just like pushing it in the like to
No,
block
I'm
them.
launching the content. So there's like,
Okay,
I'm just trying to convince the wizard to go the way I want.
you could tell them.
Yeah, but I really don't like. I'm just starting out by not liking wizards.
Okay, that's a default.
just trying to get that off the ground early.
You're not on talking terms even now.
I just want like shitty teenage like wizard bands running around like trying to rob people.
Yep.
Trying to hex vending machines.
Yep. All right. Roll to unleash your powers then with Freak.
Yeah.
Strange first roll, but nonetheless,
Do I get a bonus penalty for flying hot dogs and churros?
that is not how the game works.
All right.
No.
I missed.
Ooh, okay.
Shockingly, my plan sucked.
Yep. I think what happens.
T-Rexes are scavengers, and it doesn't matter
Well,
what
they start sniffing out the hot dogs and the food stand that you're throwing things from. Turns out, as a certain recently watched TV show actually has shown, T-Rexes really like hot dogs specifically. You guys should watch Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur.
It's on my list.
It's good. So, I think you. I think the T-Rex chasing them and like one more both like start barreling down towards you and on top of you. I think you do get them away, distract them enough. They haven't gotten out of the scene, they haven't escaped, they haven't really found an easy way out. But they aren't actively being pursued anymore. You are instead. And I think we see you find yourself in a precarious situation for a moment where you are rapidly running out of hot dogs to throw at the T-Rexes to keep them eating them to hold them back. And the T-Rexes, not all of them, but like now there's 3, not 2, as they're gathering around and being like, oh, there's hot dogs. And like you're starting to be surrounded by T-Rexes and you're about to find yourself in a very bad spot. Who shows up next to help this very strange but bad situation you're in?
I mean, I could throw a black hole now if we want to go there.
Obliterating the poor dinosaurs?
No, I'm not. It's more like crushing them to the size of a atom. That's more what it's.
It's now a T-Rex singularity.
Yeah.
I don't have a solution to the problem of the T-Rexes there, but
You don't need to.
I am interested in doing crowd control on the pen. And the rest of the 3 that haven't left yet.
I think they've all left their pen by now, but they not all of them are bearing down specifically on Morg.
In which case, never mind. Somebody else can deal with this problem.
I'll black hole the one that's getting more.
Okay, so what does it look like when you enter the scene?
So when Void enters the scene, he's got his like outfit on, but it definitely looks more like he just like repurposed some like motorcycle bike stuff but he's also got like weights on him, so he's got his motorcycle helmet on to cover his face.
And then like a dive weight belt?
Yeah.
That's the only weight thing I can think of
Yeah.
you could easily scavenge as a weight belt for diving.
Yeah, just like something to make him a little heavier. He'll just slide around the corner and go, "Oh God!" and just throw out a black hole to try and crush the dinosaurs going after Morg.
Okay. So there's actually two viable moves here. Are you trying to defend Morg, or are you trying to directly engage the threat?
I'm trying to unleash my powers to, quote, overcome an obstacle, reshape my environment, or extend my senses.
Okay. So this will probably like drag the dinosaurs around, but won't defeat them then.
That's fine.
But it'll make give an opening for Morg to get to you.
hmm
Okay. Yeah. Roll plus freak to unleash your powers.
Do I get a bonus for hot dogs?
No, though I can sense
Dang.
that turning into a trend.
What,
Ooh.
bonuses? We always
Whoa.
want bonuses.
There's the other side of the dice with a 14, double sixes plus 2.
Kapow!
Yep.
Kapow.
Kapow. So I think, yeah, we see like one of your miniature black holes opening and like dragging the dinosaur sort of by the tail backwards away from Morg. I presume you see the opening and start joining up with your teammate. Morg.
Oh,
I assume
I would like to
you're
get
getting
out
away
of...
from the dinosaurs while
yes,
they're
I'm getting away from the
snared,
dinosaurs.
basically.
Yes, I would like to disappear into the shadows or something.
The shadows.
The shadows of the hot dog stand.
There's
I
probably
like
like decorative bushes and like some
Yeah, I dive
like
into
the
the
gift
decorative
store.
bushes.
Dive into the gift store or something to hide.
Dive into the...
So you
yeah.
just Homer Simpson yourself back into the bushes.
It's less Homer Simpson and more like I'm at the hot dog cart, the black hole start, the dinosaur jumps away, and I just dive into the bush to get out of line of sight from the dinosaurs.
Perfect. While you're doing that, there is a chuckle that you hear, Void, and then a I think since your thing was meant to be pretty like temporary. I don't know if you how long do you tend to maintain your black holes, I guess is one of the questions I have.
Not very, because then it starts sucking everything.
Okay. Okay. So I don't know if you release your black hole, but you get a chuckle from the villain, like the 15-foot insectoid creature.
Oh, do we see him now? Is he
You don't see him until he throws that food cart at you, Void.
Not to worry, my
I
detective
don't
vision
think he
kicks
hits
in.
you so much as I think he like interrupts your black hole as you get out of the way. And he says, "So, a hero has arrived. Let's see if you hold up." And
I have a move.
yes.
Ooh.
I can't just populate the move without letting me roll, but I have been reading the files, and I encountered a new superhuman.
Yes. Okay. So, read the move. What does it do?
Oh, I roll plus superior. On a hit, tell the team what important detail you learned from your studies.
Okay. Let's see how it goes, and then see the other details after. On a hit? Okay. What important detail have you learned from your studies? It says tell the team.
Yeah, I just get to say it.
Yep, I
And
say
then the
with
GM
some
will tell
trepidation.
you if anything seems different from what you remember.
Okay.
Yeah, the true weakness of Malaria's, like, combat bodies is the human body underneath the
They're like kind of like
carapace.
titans.
Yeah, And, if you rip their heart out, they will stop moving.
I think that's how you kill most things.
Yeah.
This is
Turns out
expert
they're weak
advice
to physical damage.
to the heart. Like,
Specifically to the heart.
to the
And
heart
only
will,
through removal, apparently.
will stop them dead.
Perfect. Okay.
You
So-
see, that's also very effective against me. So
Yeah.
Most living
is
things that
this
have a
true?
heart cannot exist without one.
Yeah. So you actually do notice the big difference. The GM will tell you what difference you notice. The compared to the files, this like combat body of Malaria seems a bit larger, like a few feet larger, and the central torso seems more armored than you remember. Like it seems that it's going to be harder than it used to be to remove that central heart. It used to be a lot more like sort of fleshy and thin. Now it's a lot more, weird to say, muscular and carapace covered.
Oh, it's
Chit-
caught onto the
chitinous.
heart. It's caught onto the heart.
he's hit the
weakness.
gym. No.
Yeah, yeah, it's like he's hit the gym.
We're gonna have a problem here.
The little mosquito
Yeah,
actually
so-
looks like it's being transferred to the big body, so the little mosquito is just working out.
Yeah. So from the bushes, Void hears, "Go for the heart."
Yep.
Sure. Like, that's what he says. Like, I'll
Perfect.
just rip out the giant mosquito guy's heart.
The ground doesn't thunder. He's not that. He like 15 feet isn't ground thundering size, but it like shakes very slightly as he steps forward towards you, Void. And he's gonna lunge forward, arm outreached. Do you want to do something, or does someone else want to jump in?
I can let someone else
Um,
jump in, but if no one has an idea, I have an idea to get out of
He's
it.
exposing his heart with that reach.
I am still determined to deal with the dinosaurs whenever that scene is coming back.
Okay, I can step in. I think as he's lunging, just a couple of green energy blasts pepper off the side of him, and we get a panel of what looks like just a normal kid just sort of standing there with like green wisps of energy coming off of his hands as he, folds his arms in front of him and tries to look like a hero. So I would like to defend with just showing up and creating another
Yeah.
target.
That makes sense. Do you say anything when you do that?
Probably something entirely corny because of
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop,
Buzz off,
villain!
Daddy.
just to bug off. And
Yeah. Perfect. Okay, yeah, no, roll plus savior to defend.
my full hit.
Perfect.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, so if you have influence on me, would that add a +1 to the roll because you're defending me?
Yes, it actually would, because that's still a move
Ah.
targeting one
Sweet.
unit
Got
of
it.
armor. So,
12.
yes. So up.
Uh,
I need a GM sheet. Hold on. I have the full book pulled up. Your basic moves. So, on a hit, you keep them safe. Oh, that's NPC threats. Yeah, okay, it is an NPC threat. So on a hit, you keep your target safe, and you choose one.
okay. Given that we're assembling the team, I will add a team to the pool.
Yep, that is very soon about to come into play. All right. And so I think the green pepper blast, the mosquito creature stops short and says, "Another one. This place is swarming with heroes."
Oh my god, I'm gonna black hole myself.
Yep. No matter. All the more to practice with. And
I I think at that point, may I step out of the aforementioned gift shop?
I think that's perfect. Yes. The dinosaurs are about to act.
Yeah,
if you
you're in
want
your
to.
superhero costume, but then you also have like a zoo hat.
Yep.
Fanny
Absolutely.
pack with the zoo on it, with the name of the zoo on it.
Yeah, and like a VIP, like what's the word? The thing that goes on your neck.
Lanyard.
Lanyard. I
Yeah,
always forget
lanyard.
that word. VIP lanyard around your neck.
Souvenir cup.
We'll hold it back a little bit, but all right.
It was a zoo day. It was being a superhero at the zoo.
Absolutely.
Are we here because this is a
Exactly.
sponsored live cast for you by the city zoo? Like they hired you for publicity?
Oh my god,
Maybe.
please.
I was just fighting a wizard around town, and
Yeah. I think it might have been Solar, like, alone who was hired. Solar is still the star of the show, pun not intended, actually.
In which case, I'll go, hey, I didn't know you guys were going to be at the zoo today. And I'm just going to kind of wave my hand. And what I want to do is kind of create a wall of fire going around the dinosaurs with just like, you can't go through this way without going fire unless you go back to Penn. Because I'm assuming people have scattered at this point and they were corralled by the black hole.
Yeah, the dinosaurs are kind of like they're not like being actively like aggressive. They're kind of like just exploring in like a very nosy way, but also they're hungry and want more than kibble and hot dogs. So like they're gonna take a chomp out of passing things they see. They're definitely dangerous. They're not actively.
Chomp out of passing things is fine, so long as they're not people.
They might be people.
I presume they have
or
gotten
other
out of the way.
animals.
Dinosaurs
People are running. The dinosaurs are pretty fast though. Either way, they're causing chaos, and you can totally do that. Roll plus freak to reshape your environment as well. Unleash your powers.
I have a move for that.
Oh, perfect.
Time for the show, when you put on a flamboyant display of your powers, roll plus superior. And if you think that is good, I'll roll it and we'll figure out what the other things happened after.
Circle of Fire doesn't feel quite enough to be flamboyant. Do you want to add some spice to it?
I was intending it to be like around 10 feet tall and a path from dinosaur to corral.
Okay, so
And
not
you're
like
looking
trying to
from above.
repent
It's
it.
a
so like
logo.
a huge, very tall
logo?
ring of fire.
So my
Get your patented solar flare wall.
Yeah.
Okay,
So like if
I can see
if
that.
this
I didn't
is
know
the
how tall
pen,
it was.
you're trying to do something like
If that's
Oh,
the pen
here's-
and the dinos are somewhere over here.
Yeah.
Exactly. Just like that.
okay,
yeah,
got
no,
it.
I dig it. You that makes sense then.
Alright. In which case, let's see how well this goes. Okay, and the move did
Ooh.
not roll, which is unfortunate.
Is the number correct?
Yeah, the number is correct, which
That's
is
a 5.
great. So on a 7 to 9, name one NPC present, doesn't matter. On a 10 plus, does not matter. On a miss, display catches someone watching the wrong way.
A tower in the distance slowly
There's
turns toward
obviously
us.
someone that has not gotten out of the way of the wall of fire.
Yeah, I think that like so
I
the
think I
T-Rex
know.
is kind of like they
Baby
are
carriage or something.
terrified, but they're not going back to the thing. They're just kind of huddling in the outside of the pen, and they are sort of like starting to panic, which is bad for T-Rexes. But then you hear someone sort of who I think someone who is hiding nearby. Maybe in like some bushes just next to the entrance to the pen. The bushes start to catch fire. So they run out of their hiding space, and you all hear someone say, "Help! Help me!" And I think actually it's that same little boy that we saw pointed out everything in the chaos he hid in the bushes. So this like the 6-year-old boy is just sort of crying at the top of his lungs.
Yeah.
Before I noticed the 6-year-old boy, you just hear a little quiet mumbling of, come on, T-Rexes, go back into the pen now.
Yeah, and they're all like roaring. They're backing away from the fire, which is probably like slowly closing in on them.
And then you
Yeah.
notice the kid run away from the fire into the middle of their path.
Yeah.
Pretty much. All right, this is the time for the dead hero.
Hmm.
I would like to save the child
It's
by
time for
running.
Morg, the haunted hero.
Yes, I would like to run straight through the flames. Obviously igniting myself,
Yes.
grabbing the child, and running out through the other side of the flames.
Perfect. And then just
To-
stop, dropping, and rolling once you get to the
Yeah.
other side.
Yeah.
Okay, that's perfect. Roll with plus savior to defend, I think.
Dude, I don't know what's scarier to a 6-year-old: 5 T-Rexes like wanting to eat you,
Or a
or an
five
undead
flaming
person
zombie.
on fire
or
trying
a
to
flaming
pick you
corpse.
up.
Yeah.
We are a horror show.
Roll plus
Mhm.
savior.
Roll plus savior. Save the kid.
Do I get a bonus for being terrifying?
Not this time.
What
All
does
right.
this game actually give?
Hey, I got a
bonuses?
hit.
It gives bonuses for helping each other and stuff like that. Okay, yeah. So I think that's exactly what happens. We see like this. The one panel shows almost a streak with like a hole through the flames, and then like you trailing fire behind you as you pick up the kid, almost in like, again, like a running pickup tackle. You have him over your shoulder, and you're still going. You never slow down. One of the T-Rexes takes like, I think they're too panicked to really bite at you, but they see the small, for them, like hole in the fire and realize, oh, you can go through these things. So they're all preparing to like sort of charge through the fire all at once. The corralling, they need to be corralled even harder. It's they're starting to back off, but the panic is getting to them. They've stopped hurting anyone, but they're not doing. They're not willing to go back into the pen just from this. While that is happening, I think, Void,
Mm.
you and Glitch both have the attention of the insectoid creature. Malaria, I think, is going to say, let's get this show on the road. And his wings extend. He starts like buzzing and rises into the air a bit, and starts pelting the both of you with blood bullets.
Gross.
Yep.
His hands turn into like Gatling guns. They go,
Nope, it's from his mouth. It's even worse.
Oh.
From his proboscis.
Gross.
Yep.
his long nose.
Yeah, it's acting kind of like a machine gun.
Horrifying. Awesome. You-
What do I use?
I told you what
I
to
have
do.
a suggestion, Void, if you'd like one.
Rip out his
Sure.
heart.
Use gravity to alter the projectiles so they zing off
Oh,
other direction.
yeah. I wanna do that maneuver.
Oh,
Like, I'm
whip him around yourself like a
Yeah,
like
you
an
can
asteroid.
slingshot him back.
Oh, do you want to
Yeah,
try to
I wanna
slingshot him back?
Yeah, I want to slingshot him back. Like basically, like condense a black hole to like have it start to affect the gravity, and then shoot it back.
I like it. Unless you have a special move for that, I think this would be directly engaging a threat. It's not that directly, but I think it's directly enough with how your powers work.
Yeah. The only move I have is when I try to do my burns and flares, and I
Yeah.
don't want to do that yet because
Okay.
that's like going Super Saiyan. So,
That's fair. Okay.
all right, I am the danger. Please.
An 11. Okay, nice. So, yeah, you open a black hole, sort of like, I'm guessing it would be something like just behind you or something weird where it starts slingshotting around.
Yeah.
And yeah, the bullets. We probably see like a trail of bullets drawn around that lead right to him on like a distant, sort of top-down shot. And
So I get to pick 2, right?
yes.
Let's resist or avoid their blows because that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Let's create an opportunity for Glitch to attack him. I don't know.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think he the creature gets sprayed by the bullets and is like backing up and holding his arms above him and isn't looking at either of you right now. You definitely have an opportunity to act.
All right. Glitch will start running forward and leap up into the air and begin like stepping off of little discs of light that appear beneath his feet, jumping up higher and higher, and then just crack him right in the jaw.
Okay. I need a second. I'm trying to follow this very specifically. I'm just checking. Whenever a villain takes a condition, which he just did, he's supposed to make a move immediately. So I think it's not. It's going to be sort of setting something up or doing something. So I think you're still going to be able to do that. But I think he's going to probably like say something or like a lot of the condition moves are what these are called to reveal the GM side of it. Are sort of responses that aren't necessarily a hard move. So I think he's gonna say stronger than I think he says like you're strong for your age to Void. And then he doesn't see Glitch coming still. I think you still have that opportunity. If you want to directly engage him, you're gonna have a very good time of it right now.
Yeah, so like I said, just leaping up those platforms of light and then just bashing him in the face. But right before it connects, Glitch is going to say, "I'm even younger."
Perfect.
He was born yesterday.
Okay.
Directly engage a threat.
Yep.
Watch this go poorly. Any bonuses for the like given opportunity thing?
I would assume so.
No, I think it's just that he's not going to be doing much other than standing there and getting hit again is mostly it. You won't get a numbers bonus, but if you get hit back and don't choose to avoid his blows, it's not going to be as bad.
Okay. 11. The
All
dice
right.
are strong
The
today.
dice are very strong today. What do you choose?
Oh.
You could take something.
Take
from
his
him.
heart.
Take his heart.
That
Um,
isn't feasible yet.
It's his main weakness.
You could take his armor or something if you want
Ooh.
to try and like
Yeah, I think
rip
I'm
some
just
of the
gonna, like, start
carapace off.
breaking into the chitinous outer shell. So yeah, I will take his armor away and I will frighten him.
Excellent. So,
You know he's afraid of children.
yeah.
Children, my one
You,
weakness.
6-year-old boy now, and terrify this poor mosquito.
Just like wave the kid in his face until he stops.
Yep.
His hands are sticky.
Ew.
Perfect.
He's got a booger coming out of his nose. He can't get it.
So impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition. So you choose the bullet point. I choose basically how I respond to impress, surprise, or frighten.
Okay.
So I think you don't resist or avoid their blows, but they're not as bad. So instead of taking a powerful blow or anything like that from his response, after damaging some of his carapace and getting some of the stronger pieces off of it, he like grabs you with one of his arms, which wraps around you again. Not like he can't. He can throw you with one hand, but you're not like a toy. You're more like a pet in terms of size to him. You're probably small dog sized, I think, compared to him. Not Chihuahua, but like small, bigger than a Chihuahua. But yeah, you're still
You're
small.
throwable.
He's got like 10
You're
feet on
throwable.
most of us, I'm sure.
Yeah. So, yeah, he throws you to the ground, but I think he notices he doesn't get like a really good grip on you. Like I'm guessing that the texture of grabbing you is not quite what you'd expect.
I'm not squishy.
Yeah, he throws you to the ground, and instead of taking powerful blow, you take one condition of your choice. I think he's going to specifically. I don't think he throws you into the ground anywhere specific, so you're not put in any specific danger. You'll probably land next to Void again. and he's going to say, yeah, I think he's going to say, enough of this. There's more terror I can create elsewhere. It's a large zoo after all. And he starts like flying away on his bug wings. While that is happening, Solar, you see that the T-Rexes, as I described before, are panicking, but they are not easily corralled into the pen. Their pen. They don't want to go back there, and they're preparing to run through the fire, sort of all at once. You can like yeah, you can see that they're about to do that. You can tell from their body language.
I think I'm speaking aloud, not necessarily to essentially the microphone at this point, and am saying, so if there are any zookeepers in there or anyone near a zookeeper who can hear me, if you could release some treats into the T-Rex pen. I mean, you've got to have T-Rex treats, right? That would be a real help right about now. Thanks.
You're calling for you're calling your audience for help?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, you have a wide audience, so there might be just someone in the zoo listening to you.
I mean, if someone's in the zoo listening to me, as long as they can get to the person who they need to tell, it seems reasonable.
Yes. That is an 8. How does that work with your move?
I'm dropping the move in chat now.
Okay.
There we go.
On a hit, someone in your audience can hook you up. On a 10 plus, they only make a small demand. On a 7 to 9, their demands are a lot higher. Ooh.
2 demands in this
Okay.
situation.
So I think what you see is you hear yelling from inside the pen, because I think it's meant to be, you're meant to be able to hear through it. I think they it's I think it's that same. He wouldn't be listening right now unless it was in an earphone. I think it's that same security guard we saw before. Like he hears your request on like one earphone he had in that was supposed to be tuned to like the security channel but wasn't. And he said, and he like looks up when you make your call and says, "I can do this." And while all of this combat and carnage is going on, he runs over. We have a mini few panels in the comic with. He runs over to the sort of like treat dispensing. There's probably some kind of machine that does it, and he sees that it's been destroyed, and so it isn't working. And he says, he just yells out in your direction, Solar. Um, I think he yells out that something along the lines of like, I need to go. Like I'm going in. Like get me out of here afterwards, Solar. And he like by hand is going to run like dive into the pen, and like pull part of the treat dispensing unit open so that it there's like it probably like was already broken, but now it instead of not dispensing any treats, like a small wave of them flood into the containment area for the T-Rexes. They turn around and they start retreating, and they're still not happy, but they are corralled back inside the pen due to the treats. And they some of them are still sort of watching the exit and following their brothers and sisters. Some of them are approach the treats and start eating. And you can see if you look inside, the security guard is like kind of sneaking around and trying not to get seen by the T-Rexes inside the containment.
I think I look over to where Morg is still dealing with small child and saying, Morg, do you know how to get him out? Can you? As I continue making the flames be basically a gate.
Yeah, that makes sense.
To Can I assess the situation?
Absolutely, yeah. So you get up onto like the observation area and look down and start assessing. Roll plus superiority. Mm. Mm.
I rolled a 5.
Yes. So the situation is bad. Specifically, um, I
Releasing the treats. He got the treat smell all over himself.
I think. Oh,
I don't know what to do here. I'm
yeah,
not a dinosaur keeper.
yeah. Um, you. I think you hear a crash in the distance, not from the
Is it the wizard?
No.
Always blame the wizard first.
Yes. I think you hear actually what happens is as the insectoid villain starts flying away, malaria like buzzes directly over the enclosure. He's not gone yet for those who want to chase him, but he buzzes over it, he makes noise and all the dinosaurs kind of look up in his direction, and in so doing, they spot the guy. As they look down afterwards, and the guy's hiding. The one of them who was sort of being a bit more wary looks in the right direction to spot the security guard and starts growling and like stomping over to him steadily, and the guy's just kind of like frozen, and probably the thing in the line in his head from Jurassic Park is repeating of "they can't see you if you don't move," and it doesn't seem to be true, but he's frozen in fear.
All right. Well, seeing as though I have no good plans, I have a bad plan. I would like to provoke malaria into crashing into the pen to fight me.
What do you
can't
say
kill me.
to
I'm
do
already
that?
dead.
What do you
I
say?
don't know, something like, I don't have any blood, fight me!
All right.
Your powers are worthless against me!
I'm older
Roll
than
to
the
provoke.
other two!
Superiority, I believe. Yeah, roll a superiority to provoke.
I rolled an 8.
All right, on an 8, when you provoke, they instead choose to do something, and I choose one. Okay. I think he's going to overreact, actually, and you're gonna get influence on him. As he responds, he sort of like stops like hovers in the air for a few seconds, and he says, "Blood or not, you people call yourselves heroes, but you're weak, and you, no blood. You think that matters? I can infect anyone." And I think he says I think what he says is, "We'll see what your lack of blood does later." Before he gets to leave, Glitch and Void, what do you two do? He's hovering sort of directly over the center of the dinosaur enclosure.
I got a dumb idea.
That's all we've had so far.
Yep.
Yeah. So he didn't crash into it. The T-Rex down below is continuing to approach the security guard.
Yeah, I was hoping to put a big malaria bug monster between the security guard.
You need a 10 plus to provoke him to do a specific thing, unfortunately.
Don't worry. I think my dumb idea could do it. Now, I'm not sure if this is unleashing my powers or directly engaging a threat, but I want to essentially go to like run toward the malaria, throw a black hole to like shoot me up toward him, and like tackle him to where he lands in the pen.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sort of be a human. That's very dangerous when he's 3 times your size, but okay.
I'm just trying to hit the wings.
That makes sense. Okay, cool. I think you're directly engaging the threat. Tackling is usually directly engaging.
Cool. Is he distracted by?
I think he is. I also think that now we might be going into battle together as a team.
Definitely has
Do we want to?
a
Actually, let's do the directly engage
Yeah.
first and see how things go. Because we haven't seen, like, you guys go into battle together yet.
Yeah. Do I get a situational bonus?
There are almost never situational bonuses.
Cool.
Didn't need it. Perfect. So,
I take his wings. That's what I take. From
Take
him.
away.
excellent. So,
And then I guess you know what? I want to take a hit here. I'm going to create an opportunity for my allies as he's falling into the dinosaur pit.
that's fair.
Wait, I have another follow-up.
Ooh.
Okay.
Right.
Is it while he's falling? Is this like a? Well, I guess if it's a team attack, you'd just be adding team. So it's up to you. What is your follow-up?
I'm gonna. Okay, so previously Glitch had gotten thrown to the ground and like rolled to a stop. Like looking back up and seeing this, you just get the thought bubble of, "Damn it, that's not how a superhero should be acting. I should never have been thrown to the ground." He's currently angry. And he's gonna get up and just charge forward, coming past the T-Rex and grabbing its tail. And I want to try to hit Mosquito Man with the T-Rex.
We're going to sandwich him.
Perfect. Yeah, okay. I think you're directly engaging the threat with that. And yeah, so you
T-Rex like a fly swatter then? Like you have that kind of strength? That's
I think you
I
have
have
super strength, right?
super, yes, I have super strength and durability.
that's
Perfect.
amazing.
So yeah, this is the same T-Rex that was stalking towards the security guard. I'm guessing. Yeah, perfect. Roll to directly engage, I guess, both threats at once.
Watch this go poorly. No, 7.
7. You get to pick
Middling.
Not
one.
bad.
All right. Well, I'm certainly probably going to take some crap from this, and let's just let that happen. But I think I'm going to go with, again, impress, surprise, or frighten, because getting hit with a T-Rex certainly
Perfect.
should do one of those 3 things to both of them.
Yes.
I think the T-Rex might be more surprised, but
Yeah. Excellent.
I approve your makeshift mosquito swatter.
Yeah. So, I think you swing the T-Rex around against, and I think you hear as he's falling, like I guess like as he's recovering before he realizes about to get hit with the T-Rex, you hear him say like, "Actually, no, I know what happens." He falls to the ground. You rip out his wings. He's like, "No, no!" He starts to get up. He sees the T-Rex coming for him. There's a crash, a cloud of dust and dirt, falling, and we hear sort of this garbled, now a bit more like hard to make out, but still intelligible voice. Yells out like, "I will be feared. I will be." And then silence. Um, the T-Rex that you hit him with is still alive and like gets up and runs away to the to the other T-Rexes that are all cowering in a corner now, looking at Glitch.
They're
But
like whimpering like puppies. Like,
yeah, basically.
And Glitch is just standing there, like arms out a little bit, with like the wisps of green stuff coming off of his shoulders, like steam.
Yeah. The cloud fades, and you can see the body of this creature is almost dissolving into the air like flakes rapidly, and you can see inside and quickly revealed is a teenage girl's body, maybe like somewhere between 14 and 16, like a bit younger, equal or a bit younger than your average ages. She's unconscious and looks hurt. Glitch, you're going to take a condition for whatever it is because you're not sure if you might have just hurt her. but the threats appear to have been dealt with for now.
Guilty it is, and I'm going to kneel down and begin trying to go after her heart because that's what we were told to do. I don't know any better.
You're
So
gonna
is
rip the
anyone going to
person's
stop
heart?
this girl
Yeah.
from getting murdered?
Yes. Do I also take a condition because I didn't like defend against falling?
Oh, right, you didn't. Yeah, I think then both of you probably take a condition from the. No, it doesn't have to be guilt for you. I think he is tumbling with you as you fall.
Yeah.
And you're gonna take probably however you feel about taking some battle damage.
Oh, this is scary. Why did I do this? This was so dumb.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, you just barely managed to land on top of him instead of you're on top when he lands instead of bottom, which obviously means he takes all the falling damage and you none of
Yeah.
it in comic books. Yep.
He's like, I will be feared. I'm like, I do fear you. I do.
Yeah.
So I would like to catch the falling girl before our hologram friend.
She's
melts her
on the
heart.
ground now.
Oh.
He has landed and then hit by a dinosaur. So she's sort of laying,
so
laying
Glitch is
against
like
the side. Glitch is
Walking
about
up with his
to
hand glowing,
do
like
something.
reaching toward
Yeah.
her chest.
Yeah, I've seen Naruto. I'm going to cough loudly
Mm.
to get
Like-
Glitch's attention.
Like, look over. Is this not?
Oh, the bug's gone. No more
Oh,
bugs.
I thought you said the heart.
Well, yeah, that's if this doesn't happen. And
Wouldn't this have been easy?
I don't know how to do this. I know how to do the heart thing.
How do you know how to
I
do the
still
heart
have so
thing,
much
but
to
not turn her from the bug to the
Okay,
person?
have you studied malaria? I just know that every time you rip out his heart, he stops moving.
Guys,
That works for most
what you need to
things.
do is get this girl and security guard out of the dinosaur pen before they get less scared.
All right, I'll
Okay, Solar, and yeah, I'll pick up the girl.
I'll pick up the security guard. He can walk. But
Yeah, he's actually
Come
he
on.
runs right up to Solar and says, "I knew you could do it." Again, even though Solar just stood outside the whole time.
yeah, and she's holding the unconscious girl, and I will fireman carry the security guard, and we will make our way out of the pen.
Oh.
You know, as Glitch Lord carry the burdens that I have created. No worries.
So I think we probably cut to like out the zoo entrance where most people have left or are leaving. There are ambulances and police cars and fire trucks outside. The security guard is asking Solar to sign his cast that he somehow got, even though he looked fine when he
He's
got
already in a.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
the future. Paramedics do casts on site.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's called
Spray
trauma
foam.
team.
Yep. And I think I think we see Mother Time is probably going to arrive on the scene to check on you all and see how things are going.
No.
What is she like? Is her only power time? I guess sensing and manipulating time, or is
Yeah, I like to think that, like, if she just doesn't, like, there's always in the background, like,
Yeah.
once people make a decision, she knows what they're gonna do. But if she sits and focuses on it, she could go, okay, if we do this, then this will happen. If we do this, then this will happen, right? But there's just a
if she
baseline
if
of like
if
precognition.
her going full on with her power is Doctor Strange with the Time Stone.
Yeah,
Okay,
Oh, I was thinking get punched 1,000 times at once.
that depends. I mean, if you can see what anyone is going to do, it really can be difficult to counter that. If she
Yeah.
can just I can dodge anything you throw at me, even if it's like an asteroid.
Mhm.
Cool. So I think then she's going to show up in her motorbike. The most unsafe like the most unsafe motorbike, but it wouldn't matter for her, basically.
Like it's literally just like a jet engine strapped to
Yeah.
like a thing, but because she has that power, she can just go through.
Yeah, exactly. She just can reflexively dodge any danger without issue.
That's
So
badass.
yeah, so she shows up on her jet cycle, and says, "Well, I guess your only Solar's secret identity does only Solar doesn't have a secret identity, or I guess I should check. Is it public that you guys are related?"
Probably. I don't
Okay.
think the people know like
How?
our real names, but like
They know some son and
we're
mother
related. Yeah.
relationship, even if okay. So she shows up. She. I'm getting. You mentioned like Sands of Time stuff, which it isn't the same, but I'm getting large Doctor Fate vibes from what I imagine her costume to be, kind of.
Yeah,
Um,
like gold. I like the idea of it being like gold and white, sort of
Yeah. Okay.
like color scheme, but and like mine's like black and purple, so I'm
Yeah.
like trying to distance.
Yeah. She shows up. She has a cape because again, she can be fine with a cape. Um, and she says, like, um, I heard what happened. Is everyone okay?
Yeah, all fine here. Yep. Only a dinosaur got a concussion. The malaria turned into a like 15-year-old girl. I don't know.
Perfect. Okay.
Poor Kim, I love your costume.
Thank you. I
He's essentially wearing the same thing.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. She says, "Thank you. I like yours as well." She says after seeing yours, and she says, "You're Solar, right? I've heard of you."
Thanks. Um, as the senior here, do you have any suggestions on what we should do to clean up the situation?
You hear another voice that she's about to answer, robotic, and what most of you, especially Mord, would recognize as a sort of remote, like, Justice Beam never leaves his tower, but he's still going to show up to berate you guys sometimes. So he has, like, basically remote drones that can't really fight, supposedly, but instead just are used to talk, basically, his remote
They
presence.
definitely don't have like mirrors all over them to redirect said beams around those
Definitely
tight
not.
corners.
Yeah. So a drone like buzzes in, like flies in from above, and says, I think it's public that you're Justice Beam's apprentice. Is that right, protege?
Yeah, no
Cool.
one quite.
Knows you're
Yes, people know.
associated.
Knows we're associated. It's pretty obvious, but like no one quite understands. Like, how are you
like why?
connected?
Yeah.
How has this happened?
Yes. So he sort of interrupts the conversation. Justice Beam says in his like classic sort of low, grim, gravelly voice, and says, "My apprentice should know. He was trained on all of this. Apprentice, what do you do in investigating after an incident?"
Report the wizard to the police. Got it. And I would like to go report the wizard to the police.
Are you just leaving before he can respond?
Yes, I'm going to
Okay.
go report the wizard to the police that are present.
He's going to his drone like buzzes around it to physically get in front of you, and yells like on the speaker, loud. Everyone like turns and looks and says, "Incorrect." He says, "The wizard is not the biggest threat here. Malaria is. You investigate how they came to be. You gather evidence. You get camera footage. Interview witnesses. You know this. Don't be."
Are we on the malaria case now? Because last I saw, I'm beating up wizards.
That was your prerogative.
Alright, I guess I'll investigate malaria. I feel like it's pretty straightforward. It's a big bug, you let the T-Rexes loose.
Malaria hasn't been seen in decades. How did he appear? Where did he come from? Why is he back now? Justice will find the answer. It's his thing.
Yep, I guess.
You call him Justice Beam. He's gonna be
Yeah.
someone who picked the name Justice Beam.
Yeah, he did. He did do that.
While this is going on, I would like to hop on my own motorcycle that is not jet powered and just get out and get away.
Get
because I'm
away?
afraid. I'm running from something difficult.
I'm
Okay.
still walking towards the police
Perfect.
while being yelled at by a robot.
Yes. I think that you can actually just leave Void. Morg, though, I think first before you do that, your mentor is going to hold on. I think is there a special move for the protege doing this? I'm gonna check, but he's gonna use his influence over you to tell you who to be.
Cool.
I don't think there's a thing for that. Okay, cool. So he's just gonna do the normal move for that then. And he says, I think I think he's specifically he's gonna call you out for your blasé attitude and says, children always think they know the answers to everything. But justice must be informed. Do not act without information.
You must be laser focused.
Yeah, laser focused on the truth. He's going to tell you to be more superior. And
I'm so superior. It's my best.
I know. He's going to tell you to be more superior. And he's going to tell you, in this case, you're fighting wizards, or you want to fight wizards. He's going to tell you to be less dangerous.
It's my worst stat. I'm already doing exactly what he wants.
Perfect. Do it more. Because I don't think
How
you're
do
at your
I-
limits for either. Unless you want to reject it.
Now I'll take it. So -1 danger, +1 superior?
Yep.
Fine, Laser Dad. I'll investigate the bug.
I'll check up on you later. I have business. Justice business. And then the drone, like, deactivates, which means it starts, like, going on autopilot and flying away.
It flashes justice as it leaves.
While that is happening, Solar, you're probably talking costume details a bit with Mother Time. Glitch, no one has yet approached you. You kind of find yourself amongst all of this. Where are you in relation to all of these?
Sort of trying to blend into the background a little bit. Like, I think he's been in the background of all these panels, just sort of sat on the stoop with like his head in his hand. And if we get a panel, I think we just get a thought bubble from him, like mulling over, not being able to understand the situation well enough that if something hadn't stopped him, he would have killed that girl. Like,
Perfect.
it just occurred to him.
You see that girl sort of like push, like gestures and like gets the paramedics away from her for a moment, and she does seem able to walk, though she limps, and she walks over to you, towards you. When she's in talking range, she says, "Thank you. I heard you saved me."
He just looks up at her and says, yeah, I guess that did happen.
I don't know who you are. Are you a new hero?
I'm trying to be.
I don't remember what happened during all of that. I was just at the zoo and I felt feverish, and then she like shakes her head, and it's clear that her mind is still foggy a bit when she tries to think of that. So she just shakes her head and then switches the topic to well, I'm Jessica. Thank you again. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I just wanted to say that.
And I think he stands up and puts his hand out. Glitch.
Yeah, she shakes it. Like weakly, but you get the sense that's just from her injuries, not from Any other reason?
Are you going to be okay?
I think so. The uh, paramedics say I'm showing signs of a lot of blood loss, like I donated or something, but um, they're I think I'll be fine. They they're keeping me on in the hospital and gonna keep an eye on me in case something else happens. Um,
That's probably for the best. Maybe
yeah,
I'll come by and visit you.
yeah, yeah. Um, do you have a phone or something? I don't know what hospital I'm going to, but
Uh, I don't.
it's
Hang
probably
on, and I'll
Halcyon
run
General.
over
Yeah,
and grab Solar.
perfect.
Okay. Oh, hi. You needed a phone?
The girl would like to talk to me more. Is there a phone that I can use?
Right, sure. Okay. For right now, here, why don't you put your number into my phone or on this thing, and then we'll get glitch a phone, and then I'll transfer the number out of there, and we can delete it on mine. Does that sound okay?
You're you're like saying
And
this to the girl Jessica?
yeah,
Okay, cool. Yeah, sure. Solar. She's trying not to be starstruck and she gives you the phone. Um, hello,
okay. I
stream.
my phone
Are you on
number and let her
stream?
make.
Should I say hi to stream?
I mean, yeah, they can hear you.
Hello, stream.
Hi, everyone. This is Jessica. We saved her today.
She nods and then realizes that
Oh,
I'm nodding.
And I made a friend. I think.
I think so. She
Yeah.
like gives a very awkward smile, but yeah,
All right, I'll make sure that Glitch gets this number and a phone
yeah,
so that he can actually contact you later.
yeah. And she's starting to feel a bit more woozy. I think she says, "I'm gonna go." She gestures towards the paramedic and the ambulance that's waiting for her, and they're like watching from a distance, kind of like carefully ready to step forward
Yeah.
if she's about to faint. But she heads back.
Yeah. I think I'm at the morgue after being forcefully redirected from furthering
The wizard war.
municipal pursuit against wizards. And instead, I'm going to go talk to the paramedics, and I'm going to try to acquire blood samples and medical records from Jessica.
That's smart. Yeah. Okay.
Further investigate this. I'm attempting to do this by just talking to the paramedics, being like, "Here's my badge. I need all of the records and like blood from this person."
You get a sigh from one of them and says, "Can it wait until we get to the hospital? You want to do this
Did you
now, kid?"
see? You see the justice bot?
I saw the justice bot.
Do
Yes.
you know
We're
what
not
happens
in.
when you ignore the justice bot?
We're not in that district.
his
Fair.
lasers know no range.
So he says.
That
Justice
range
knows
is
no range.
implied, not hard
Yeah.
rule.
Metaphorical lasers know no range. Literal ones have mirrors to help.
Yep.
Um. So he says, I think. I think that he sighs again, and um, one of them, I think, I think the guy looks at the other paramedic woman and says, "Give us a sec," and he's gonna like take you by the shoulder morgue and like walk you sort of around the corner around the ambulance, not more than 5 feet away. And he says, "Kid, do you know how many post supervillain attacks I've been on the scene in? I think over 100 now. First thing that's got to happen, you help the victims. Investigating
We did that.
matters." Sorry?
She's good.
She's not good. We don't know what's wrong with her yet.
Yeah, I know.
We'll send you the records when we have them. They can wait. We're preoccupied.
Fine.
Yeah, unless you want to provoke
Sound-
him or do something else, he is just gonna. You do not have the move to talk to him or convince him like an adult. So he's gonna blow you off, basically.
Well,
Is he telling Morg how the world works?
No, not yet.
I
He's,
guess I
he's
need to
towing
flick
the
an eye.
line.
I guess I need to flick an eyeball into the truck
I love it.
and acquire this information some other way.
You have a skull mask on, so no one will know if they look
Yeah.
at you.
It's an eyeball and an ear. That's what you need to hear.
Yeah.
Perfect. You just put them
I
in
would
the holding tray in the middle between the two seats or something.
Yeah. So
Put it in the visor. So it
instead
popped
of
out.
talking my way out of this, I would like to hide body parts in the paramedic vehicle.
Perfect. I think that's using your powers to overcome to overcome an obstacle.
I think so too.
We'll get the information later.
Was it like a hand with like an eyeball and a bone that's sticking out of the wrist, and like?
I was just thinking.
So
I was
it's
wondering if
more
your
like
eye
out.
can roll around on its own or not. I don't know. We haven't seen any animated part. We haven't
No,
seen.
it's just a dead eyeball, but only the living need the connection between the eye and the brain.
That's fair.
Okay.
Technically, you somehow exist without electrical impulses. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you just Mr. Potato Head yourself.
Yeah. Basically.
Fine. I'm a freak. I'm a roll freak.
Yep. That's true.
I rolled a
That's
6.
oh
bad.
no,
Okay.
I like to
So
imagine.
I think it's just gonna be a while until you get it back. That's what's mostly gonna happen.
I have
Like
spares at the morgue.
I would like
That's
to
you
imagine
basically
like
get a new
you
one and
get
just
it,
have to attune to it.
tune to a new eyeball.
well, I imagine you're probably gonna get like distracted signals from them, or like I imagine
Oh,
maybe
it's gonna give me a migraine.
that could do it. Yeah, but you're probably gonna end up in like some weird place in the hospital that it isn't. They're gonna be like, how did those get in there? And then for some reason, instead of reporting it or anything like that, they just like plop them back into the fridge or something, and then take them out later and plant them in someone
They
else.
use it as a prank.
Yeah, eventually I'll pop in a new eyeball and the signals will reconnect to like the one in my
Yeah.
head. It'll be fine.
Yep. I don't think you're gonna get the information that you want.
I don't
You'll
think
find
I
out.
am
You find out
either.
later.
I think I just get a migraine.
Yep. All right. I think take a condition of your choice from the migraine.
Hopeless.
Perfect.
Hopeless.
It hurts. There's nothing I can do about it. I can
Everything is
myself.
awful while you have the migraine. Yep.
And I'm never going to get out from Justice Steam's berating.
Perfect. So I think
Justice Team just murders everyone to get this information.
but no one knows that. Solar, you're chatting with Mother Time, and she says, "Oh, well, look at the time." She chuckles to herself like she tells herself that joke 5 times a day, and she says, "Where's? He's gone."
I took my opportunity to get out of there.
Yep. You are live streaming right now. Hi, everyone. Not sure how this works. I will deliver my message later, privately. Thank you for the talk. She suddenly gets very awkward when she realizes that you're on stream. What do you say?
I mean, you don't need to act any differently if I'm streaming. I mean, we were having a conversation. It's fine. It's not like
Right. Not everyone wants to be so exposed to the public like that. I think that
What is there to hide?
something that I have spoken with other heroes about is the desire for privacy is not the same thing as shadows or shame to hide some indecency.
Okay, I guess that makes some sense. But nowadays people are questioning like what makes a hero a hero? How do you know that what they're doing is actually good? So,
We are all only human.
and I'm trying to
Maybe
show them.
only some of us are not exactly human, but um, we are only fallible beings.
I think Glitch will walk up at this point, and you can sort of like see through him, and he just says, "Solar always says that she values transparency."
People also
That is
need
true.
hope. And that is something that we can provide. Do not
Hopefully, well,
mistake transparency and vulnerability for weakness. Enemies may see weaknesses and exploit it, but friends and civilians can see weakness and their trust in you will erode like the Discord call. Yep. Like Morg's disappearance. I'll switch to this for now while we try to, I guess, wait until Morg comes back.
Indigo is typing.
Yep,
Oh,
there we go.
Indigo's back.
I don't know what's up with Discord. It crashed.
Oh.
Fun.
Like, just because I didn't even touch
Yeah, it
any
just
buttons.
felt like it. It
just
just like,
decided.
I'm just gonna die for now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. But I think Solar is gonna influence you and sort of say, like, transparency is good and all, but we need to be a symbol. She's actually going to up your savior and down your mundane.
no,
No,
never.
you're going to
I'm
resist
fighting
that?
Yes,
Never, I heard.
yes.
Never.
All right. Roll plus nothing to resist her influence.
Checked influence. All right.
Yeah, reject her influence. That's a 4.
I
Uh-oh.
knew that one worked out well.
So I believe the her words hit hard and you take a condition. If I remember right.
On a
Correct.
miss, the words,
Market condition
market
and
condition.
the GM will adjust your labels. I've told you how it's being adjusted. You can also mark a condition of your choice.
Mundane down, savior up. I'll take insecure. I'm not as sure that
Perfect.
what I'm doing
Well, she
is
says,
right now.
well, I've taken up enough of your time. Good luck on your new case. And then she just like gets back on her jet, her like extremely dangerous jet engine, and rockets away.
Cool.
I think Solar's just quiet looking after her a bit. And you're not sure if what's going through her head is that cape looks so cool on that motorbike, or actually thinking about what was said.
If we're okay to do it a bit early, now is a good time to go to break.
Yeah.
Sure.
Then we will be back in a few minutes. Sometimes as far as 15 minutes. It's not. It's flexible. It's usually about 10 though. With part 2 of episode 1, we'll see what you guys do next.
Cool.
And we are back with part 2 of episode 1 of masks, the new meta. So, we just stopped our first on-screen villain and had a bit of a debrief afterwards.
Yeah, mostly got yelled at by adults.
That's welcome to
Mm.
masks.
That's entirely why I ran away.
Yep.
Finished scene. Team splits up. Okay.
Yep.
Less
I think-
team, more me. Because I was like, I don't want to be here with my mom. Bye.
You're on a regular motorcycle sort of thing?
Yeah.
Okay. I think your phone starts buzzing. You're getting a phone call. And you probably do you have a helmet heads-up display or something?
Probably.
It's
Of
definitely your
course you
mom.
do.
I will answer through my helmet.
Perfect. And while she still does wear a helmet on the motorcycle, even if she doesn't necessarily need it, she is
She needs to look like she's being safe
yes.
for all the kids.
And also so she can make phone calls.
Rocket-powered motorbike.
Yes.
Yes.
And also so she can make phone calls while on it.
Mm.
So I think what she says is since it's just the two of you on a call now, she would use your name. Which
Yeah.
I'm just pulling up now.
She would call him Benny.
Benny. Okay. She says, Benny, I missed you at the at the zoo. But I wanted to say, good job. I wanted to catch up to you, with you, but to you if you're going in the same direction I am.
You know where I'm going.
I have a little something for you. I mean,
She literally knows where he's going.
I know. She just likes to play the part.
I'll
to a degree.
meet you at home, Mom.
Perfect. Okay. Can't wait.
Bye. Love you.
Love you
Hits the
too.
button.
She's already home before you are with her
Yeah.
rocket motorcycle.
I hit traffic on the 5.
Yeah, and she just flew over it.
Yeah.
So what does your home look like? With all of
You
this.
see, I like the idea of, because we've kind of established like the adult superheroes are like they vary widely between like, are they good people, are they bad people, and I threw this out when in session 0 that she probably like plays the stock market because that is just the easiest way to make a fuck ton of money. So it's probably like a good house.
Mm-hmm. So the like wealthy part of ordinary suburbia.
Probably.
Okay. So she you probably took the regular way in, and with her hidden fund, she probably has like a secret garage nearby that's not right in front of the house for her
Yeah,
rocket
it like
scooter.
goes through like a waterfall or something.
Yeah, into the tunnel. It's she doesn't have Bruce Wayne money, but sometimes a few of like she sometimes does a few Bruce Wayne-y things. She just doesn't do as
Yeah.
many of them.
I mean, she doesn't have the Mother Time credit card like Batman does.
We don't
Right.
know if there's another time cave below that house.
We don't know if she goes to her hourglass.
Mm-hmm. When you walk inside, I think everyone yells surprise when you walk inside. All of your family is there. So your brother, both of your parents are there. And they have a cake with a
Congrats on your
congrats-
first.
So I think it's kind of up to you what the cake says. It could be your birthday coming up soon. It could be congrats on your first case kind of thing. Congrats on like your first public thing. I think that the museum incident is a bit more mixed officially. Like, social media news channels are loving it, but official news channels are like, and the museum director has come on today to say repairs are still ongoing and they're having issues.
Yeah. It's probably. Oh, God, I like both of it being like, congrats on like your first win.
She's
and
actually going to say, congrats on your first case, but she couldn't wait till you finished it. That's what happened. She's throwing a surprise, a party for finishing your first case before you finished it.
She knew I was gonna finish.
Yeah.
I think it'd be so funny too if it was his birthday, because his brother's literally his twin brother who doesn't have powers, so it feels like, oh.
Yep.
No, I think it's the first case thing though. I don't think she's that cruel.
No, she isn't actively neglecting him. I could see it being minor, like there's a cake for each of you.
That's how he gets powers.
Yeah, the classic anime parent neglect. In this case, yeah, I think finishing your first case from before you even finished it makes the most sense. So, all your family's there. And your mom says, "I couldn't wait till you finished it. Oh, it's gonna be so good."
Like, I think he does.
You're gonna
like
tell us all about it.
He's afraid right now, so he just jumps. He's like, "Oh!"
Yeah.
He's like, I think a black hole starts to form in his hand. He closes it real quick.
I was gonna warn you, but you rushed off.
Yeah, fighting a giant mosquito man will do that.
Yep. She nods, and she says, like, I think she's kind of trying to egg you on. Again, having a conversation with her is usually very difficult because it's like
she knows what I'm gonna say before.
Yeah, so she's kind of like trying to. She is trying not to look like she's acting. She's not entirely acting, but she's having constant deja vu. So, yeah, she asks you all sorts of questions about it. How's your dad in all of this?
I don't think he's like anti-superhero, but I think he's like
doing his
he's
own
like a
thing?
stay-at-home dad. Yeah, I think he's like he does his own thing because, like, I mean, she makes all the money because she can.
Did he bake your cake, or did you guys buy it?
He definitely made. He baked the cake. He had, I like him being a baker. Just be like, hey, congrats, son.
Perfect. Yeah, cool. So, yeah, he congratulates you on that. I think your mom says she would have invited your friends, but she knows you wouldn't have said yes yet. To this party, I think.
I mean, it's also a surprise party. So if you ask me if you could invite my friends to my surprise party.
No, yeah. So she mixed her words up. She's like, yeah, okay. I was gonna invite them, but then I knew you were not in the future. You're gonna be embarrassed about them being here. I think. In some realities. Anyways, what type of cake is that? What type is the cake, honey? You'll have to cut it to find out. Your brother's been silent this whole time. He's just been sort of like he's been politely smiling.
I don't have a name for him. I think his name is probably like it's probably another B name. He's Bartholomew. He's Bart.
Let's go with Barney. I had a different NPC I was going to name Barney, but I'll switch it.
Barney.
Mm-hmm. Benny and Barney.
Your parents don't like you.
No. Why do you think I go by the Void?
Yep. So, yeah, Barney is just like seems. He says, I think, when your mom probably like asks him like what do you think? He's like, seems pretty cool fighting mosquito guy. I think there's already someone took a video, I think, from a distance, so there's something on YouTube about it. And he pulls up and shows like someone from like they weren't in danger. They were like several hundred
They're, like,
feet
far
away,
away,
far
yeah.
away, but like and through on a cell phone was like filming it. You can't hear what's going on, but you can see like at certain points where I think it
The
shows
fire, the
you
black
it shows you
holes.
Black Hole tackling the guy into the air because that's going to be the most visible part.
I was like,
Yeah.
that was dumb. That was dumb. I don't know why I did that. I just did the first thing kicked in my head, and it was not good. It was not good. It was bad. Very bad.
How are your are your shoulders okay? Do you
I'm
need
still running on adrenaline.
do you need like some thicker shoulder pads or knee pads?
Nope. You don't think so?
That was quite
Just
the
never
fall.
do that again. Yep.
All
Yep.
right.
I'm probably gonna be
Very
sore
badly bruised.
Yeah.
Don't know why I did that. Very dumb. Very bad. Very, very bad. I was in a pen with Tyrannosauruses too. Not good. Not good.
Yes. How were they? I've been meaning to see them since they got added. Were they cute?
Uh,
People keep saying they were cute. Doesn't feel like Tyrannosauruses can be cute.
I mean, do you think bloody mouths are cute?
All right, let's eat.
We cut in the cake. It's like a cherry cake, so it's running red.
Yes.
It's a cherry lava cake.
Cherry
Yeah,
lava
with
cake.
just red goo flowing from
The
it.
worst cake I could possibly imagine, quite frankly.
Mm-hmm.
With the cherries in it, so they're sort of like slopping out. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
A bit gutsy. Mm-hmm.
I've been watching this baking show. I tried to make this cake.
Yeah, it's Halloween themed baking show. Okay, perfect. So
Yep, I'm gonna just have nom flashbacks while we're eating cake.
yep. We'll cut away from there. The rest of you three, I'm imagining, are together. I don't know if Morg stayed with the other two. What are the
My
three of
next
you up
goal
to?
was
I was gonna say it depends on where you went.
cell phone. Glitch needs a cell phone.
Oh,
Okay.
we're going shopping?
All right.
It's an
Role
important
playing at the
order of
Verizon
business.
store. The most annoying thing in the world. Let's do this.
Oh well, no, I think Morg knows a better place than the Verizon store.
You go grave robbing for a cell phone, obviously.
Do you? Okay. Where's that?
So we're on the side of the river. Obviously, there's a river in town, and obviously the wizards dispose of their bodies here. So,
It's just well known. No one stops them.
the
Of all
wizards
the-
are a menace in this town.
They're like
of all the
rats.
face palming episodes, this is the one where my camera doesn't work because that's all I'm doing. If you can't see me, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I know where to get a phone, and I think it's to dig through the pockets of dead wizards.
Grave
Oh,
robbing.
dead wizards.
Yeah.
Morg, I think there might be a more appropriate way to do this. And how are we gonna pay for that plan?
Also, they
We
keep
can't connect it to Glitch.
Glitch, I'm pretty sure you can just make a phone exist, right?
I
Can you?
don't think so. I don't transmit.
No.
You're made of light, which is you're not made of radio waves.
Yeah. Follow-up question, Glitch. Do your pockets work?
Yes.
I would like
Do your
to...
pockets work?
I mean, sometimes?
Hold on, guys. I think I might have a solution for this one. And I take out my phone and start texting or giving a call to, I'm not sure which. Texting. We'll go with texting. Did we ever name the agent or whoever?
He was the
His
NPC I was
management.
going to call Barney before I realized it was too good to switch
Ah,
together. So we need a new name for
so-
him.
Names required.
Dex.
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 Perfect.
Dex it is.
Dex on deck. That's what he says.
So I start
so,
texting him.
Yeah, you
and
start
I'm
texting him, and
under my breath muttering aloud what I'm saying, like, need phone plan for Glitch. How does superhero money work for new person?
Perfect.
How does superhero
So
money
we
work?
cut to what we see Dex's point of view. We don't see a lot, but we just see soundproofing foam, an on-air sign, and him, and just commentary in like the side, like, and she's figuring out where to get a phone right now, and he's doing live commentary as you're texting him right now on your podcast.
Yeah.
We don't see what he
Or-
looks like. We just see sort of
Subscriber
some
only
corner.
behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
She's figured out the phone plan. Yeah. Could I roll? How do I get into wizard pockets?
You're actively doing that now as this is happening.
So you're
Okay.
getting
Yeah.
the physical phone.
I'm getting the
and
physical phone. Yeah.
And then Solar's getting a phone plan for said burgled phone.
It's not burgled.
Said grave robbed phone.
Is it really a crime if it's against wizards?
We'll see what the audience thinks.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
So
I
Glitch, you have a
think-
choice: blue sparkles or purple sparkles.
as your survey, as your
Is there any meaning behind?
It's
Such
just
a
the
choice?
It's the two phones we found.
So, as you're considering the phones,
Everyone
next
needs
to
to
all
look-
of the wizard bodies in a pile openly here for some reason, they have some sort of glamour on them that makes them not look like a wizard, a pile. It makes them look like
Yeah,
some
but
construction rubble until you get too
wizard
close.
magic doesn't work on the dead.
Yeah.
So I can see them.
Yep, you just reach into
I
the
see-
rubble and pull out. Yeah,
I see the real threat in this city.
yep.
Under every pile of rubble is a body. The bodies of wizards.
It's
War's
like the guy
raging.
with the glasses looking at the lizard people, but it's actually just wizard people instead. And some of them just have hats on them when no one else can see the hats.
I'm here to kick ass and chew gum. I'm all out of gum.
You just see Morg on like the corner of a building at night, just looking down. The city stinks of fetid wizards, rotting in every alley, behind every
Right.
trash can.
Yep.
It's more that I don't see more solving any real crimes. Like, I don't have the power set
Speaking
in a
of
superpowered
unreal
city
crimes,
to fix real crimes, so I have to make up a villain that I can face.
you see a gang of wizards approaching, carrying another load of construction material with them. And I think you spot each other at the same time. There's like 4 of them. They tend to use somatic components as gang signs. It's a thing.
So, how did
Wow.
Just Naruto hand-signed at each other.
Yeah.
They're holding their wands sideways.
Yeah. Anyways, they see you and they drop the body and they start approaching. I think they recognize you, Morg.
Yeah.
You
I
can
wanna
tell
turn to
that
the other two and say,
they
look. Under my breath, I want to tell the other two, look tough. Wizards are afraid of tough guys.
can we tell they're wizards?
Yeah, they got the hats on.
yeah.
All right.
You can pick them out of a crowd from the bells on their shoes, on their pointy shoes.
Okay, now I have to figure out how to feel about the dead body.
It doesn't look like a dead body to you. Those are glamored, but not the costumes. Never the costumes.
Okay, good. That'll
There's a
work.
sense of pride for a wizard to have the robes on display.
But one of them says like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" And the others are like trying not to look like they're like holding their wands under their like it's like they're holding guns or something, but they're wands under their
Just
coat.
wands.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the superior move again? Provoke someone. Do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to yell back at them like, "Mind your business, wizard scum."
And you want to
Mind
provoke
your
them to
Doesn't
actually
concern you,
mind their
pointy
business.
head.
Okay. I assume you want to provoke them to actually leave you alone.
Yes,
All right.
you gotta look tough.
Roll with superior to provoke them.
Yeah, little does Justice Beam know he gave me all of the tools I need to take down wizards.
Mm-hmm.
Plan all
Rolled an
along.
8.
That's why he killed you, to make you strong against the wizard menace to come.
Yeah. You're immune to sleep magic, illusions, all sorts of things.
All of the wizard's bag of tricks.
They
You
stumble,
can be set on
err,
fire and be
or
fine.
overreact. I think they're gonna stumble. And you're gonna get +1 forward against them, as they are going to. I think they're gonna look at you and Solar and Void and say, "These are just a bunch of kids. We can take them. We can take them. We can take them." And they're gonna kind of underestimate you, and like stride forward. One of them like slowly and confidently like withdrawing their wand and about to cast a spell.
All right.
Mark, we were just here for a phone. Do we have to get into another?
It's on site with the robe wearers.
But you +1
Dang,
forward
dude,
against them.
why gotta use
Whoever acts
derogatory
first
terms.
Does the +1 forward roll into assess the situation?
rolls
'Cause I
into
don't really...
whatever move you roll next against them.
See, because I get a free question if I ask before the fight. So I'm going to assess the situation.
I
to give us
don't
an
know
advantage.
if this is before the fight anymore.
Oh, yelling at them starts the fight? I'll be mindful
Yelling
of
at
that
them
in the
and
future.
also how they reacted kind of starts the fight, yeah.
All right. How do I... What's the
Does that
best
still
way...
count if two of us are actively trying to not fight?
What did you ask, Marissa?
I'm wondering if the fight is already started, if two of us are actively saying, no, we don't want to fight.
Are you fleeing? Because
In
they're
front of your
basically
audience?
saying, leave or we're going to fight you.
Oh,
Can
could
I
I...
grab Morg's arm and say, look, we didn't come here to cause any kind of issues. These construction wizards or whatever aren't doing anything wrong to us. Let's just go.
Do I have influence over you? I do!
Oh no.
Can I convince you that it'll be good for your audience if you
Do you
would take down
provoke?
this
Are you going to try
horrible
and
wizard?
provoke Solar?
I think that's the move.
Provoke is how you would try to get another PC to do it. It won't be mind control again, they'll just get incentive.
Yeah, you get a choice.
All right, well, try the provoke, because I don't think a normal,
Okay?
as far as I can tell, you're calling out some random wizard people who like to happen to wear robes and insulting them to their face. That's not cool. I don't know what you're doing.
Okay. Roll a 14!
Perfect. So I think that's both then. If you don't do it, Solar, you mark a condition, and if you do it, you add a team to the pool.
You know what? I am insecure at the moment, so if somebody is going to tell me that I am wrong about a thing and someone else knows better, alright, I'm going to take that. So if you are provoking me to go fight the wizards, I guess I'll say something along the lines of, alright, if you're sure that this is something that's important, and square up to fight.
Perfect.
And gesture at Glitch to do the same.
I mean, with Solar saying yes and my compulsion to always do what needs to be done to help, yeah.
So we get a team to the pool for that, and
Yep.
yeah, okay. Who's keeping track of the pool?
We're now at 3. I'd say write it down in chat.
Thanks. 3 team. Is this entering a fight as a team?
Wait, who's our leader?
That is up to you to decide. But I would say, I think you are entering fight as a team, even if not all your team is here. That'll make it hard to answer the questions. You could show up, but I think this is supposed to be right after. This is like during your party.
Yeah, this
I
is
mean,
during your
okay.
I was
party. We're
on the
fighting a phone.
before this. I could just, poke a button on the phone and say, "Hey, Void, we need you," or something, and like set off the emergency signal of "Come be here."
I'm eating my cake. Oh crap! I gotta go.
Call it.
Yeah, your mom tells you like, "Hey, you should head out now. Your team's about to text you in like 10 minutes."
God. Oh,
That's
let me
what
hear it on my
normal-
own, Mom.
Just saying. I just, it'll be easy. I'm just trying to help. Okay.
Yeah, we get the void, is what we're saying.
Okay. Your team is coming together to fight some wizards.
Yep. I show up at a dramatic
So,
moment.
yes, you do need to figure out who's the leader here and now. In
I think
this
it's me.
moment, I think it's Morg.
I think it's me.
I think it's Morg. Yeah.
Does the leader have influence over every teammate?
You have influence over me.
I got.
You have influence over Solar. You have
Yes, I
influence over
do.
Void.
I got glitch, solar, the
Okay,
void, and
so add another.
Valeria.
So, firstly, when you enter a fight as a team, add 2 team to the pool. That brings the 3 to a 5. Add another one because the leader's influence over the team, so 6. Does everyone have the same purpose in the fight? Yes. 7, as far as I'm aware.
Do what
Beat up
Morg
the wizards.
needs us to do.
Does any team member mistrust the leader or the team?
I think we've just argued that I do not. So
Okay. Is your team
8.
ill prepared or off balance? I don't think you're especially prepared, so I would say
no.
yes.
Yeah, we're
That
not
removes
super
1.
ready.
Zen, you were
Sorry,
going to speak up. Do you
7.
mistrust the leader or team?
No, I'm just trying to keep track of how many team we have. Are we up to 8 and then
I
back down to
counted
7?
I
I
counted
think
7.
is the final count.
Seven.
Yeah, 7
Okay.
after the
7.
minus.
Yeah, 7 team is what you guys have. So that will be a lot to throw around. So one of the wizards pulls out his wand and waves it, and in front of him, a large metal 5-foot wide disc appears. And then yep. And with Tensor's
Good,
floating disc.
Good. Yep, he's got the right amount of spells. This is the right level of magic.
Yep. He then is gonna throw it at you like a frisbee, basically.
Destructo
Watch-
disc.
Basically.
Watch this fight be harder than the malaria.
Yeah. It's always the wandering monsters that get you.
Yep.
Mhm.
I assume Morg is in front. And Morg
Yeah.
is the one who was provoking
I
them
was
before.
squaring up against the
So
wizard.
they're gonna throw the Tensor's
floating disc.
floating
at me.
disc at you, Morg.
Yeah. I hurt his feelings. I would like to hurt his feelings.
How do you do that?
Not quite sure yet. It's not comfort. I would like to pierce the wizard robes.
All right.
What are you trying to accomplish by hurting his feelings?
Yeah, what are you trying to accomplish, and how exactly are you just insulting him as he's throwing a disc at you?
The plan is to hurt them on the inside and not so much on the outside, but to do that, I need to know what they're really feeling in this moment.
You're gonna try and pierce their mask?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to pierce their mask.
Okay. Is that superior or is that mundane?
It's
That's
mundane.
Mundane.
Okay. So, what does it look like when you do this? Are you just like thinking back on your history with like general your long and bloody history with the wizards?
It's more analytical. It's what do I know about spellcasters who randomly roll Tensor's floating disc? What does that say about them as a person? Because obviously they all only have one spell.
Yeah.
So...
That's why they go in gangs, basically.
Never forget the cantrips, though. Cantrips is what's gonna get us.
Yeah.
Yep. They all work in laundromats as they're covered, prestidigitating things clean.
I rolled a 12.
All right.
The
You have 3
important rolls.
questions.
So, Yeah, you get to ask 3 questions.
Yeah. How could I get your character to give up wizardry? How can I gain influence over you? And what are you really planning?
Okay. How could you get the character to give up wizardry? Is in their case, this person specifically, the one throwing the disc at you, um, to him, wizardry is a means to an end, the end being crime. If you want to introduce him to more mundane crime methods or introduce him to an organized or a crime organization that is not a wizard one, then he will happily give up wizardry if he sees
Give up
the
wizardry. Join
profit
the
in it.
mob.
Yeah, introduce him to the mob, and he will
You
give
need
up
to be in
wizardry.
the techno henchman union, like obviously.
Yep, he's giving up wizardry, not crime.
Hurt. Right. Criminal and hurt.
Yes, this person. What was your next question again?
How do I gain influence over you?
Ooh, um, first avoid and then mercilessly mock his spell.
Good. Planning on doing that anyway.
Yep, I know, but like that will get you influence over him. And then,
and then what are you really planning?
They're probably planning to properly dispose of the bodies once this last one they have is delivered. And now that they've been found, maybe be a bit more careful in general. Make it harder to be found, I guess is the right way to put it. Since someone can pierce their glamours, they need to be more careful with blatantly abusing them and relying on them.
Stacking bodies in the middle.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, I guess I should do something about the disc, and then other people can fight that.
While you're busy assessing if the
Yes.
disc is coming at you,
It
can
is.
I pull you out of the way of the disc?
You
Yes,
can.
that would be helpful.
You already got.
Actually.
I forgot to mention you had your +1 that was used on the piercing the mask situation because that was the first roll against them. So
Does
that
a
has been
13
used.
do anything?
Not anymore than the other one did, and pierce the mask does not give you bonuses. Okay. So, are you defending Morg?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very much so. I see a disc. I see him standing there staring, ignoring the disc.
Yeah, like
and
the
I
disc
want
is
to
like
tackle her.
flying vertically between your eyes, and you're just like your eyes aren't even focused on. You're just focused on the person on the other side of the disc. Sure.
Yeah.
What does it look like when you defend?
As I said, there's not much more than an actual I am tackling. I'm noticing
Okay.
he's out in the way. If I'm close enough, I'll just try and move and shove. But yeah.
Okay. Excellent. Roll plus defend, and we can spend team after the roll if we need to.
Will do. This will be also a test to see if it adds in the insecure stuff. I don't think it does.
I don't think it will, if I remember correctly.
So
No.
I'll add a -2 as a situational penalty and see how that works. I don't think we're gonna bother adding team.
Unless
Probably not.
you act selfishly and all 3 people spend a team, you can bump
We
that to
got
a 7.
Nah, I get decapitated.
I don't actually. No, it's you. You totally could get deactivated. Be fine. So
Heads on full like, hey.
yeah, Solar, you tackle Morg a little too late, and there's you feel the body like jolt slightly as you tackle it. Morg, your eyes, your cone of vision starts like going up and then to the side and then down.
Your body's just like
What is
walking
it?
around like, where?
Yeah,
Damn spellslinger cut my head off.
yeah. There's a moment of silence, and even the guy who threw the spell was like basically in shock that he hit someone with it and did that.
It never hits.
Yeah, exactly.
It moves so slow.
Everyone's shocked for a minute until your head starts yelling.
Wait, am I there? Did we establish that?
Boy, yeah, you're there and you
Yeah,
pull up.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I'm
I
see
see.
that.
You come
Why?
down the stairs just as Morg's head is rolling to the bottom of them.
Yeah. So I see that, and I'm gonna I'm gonna charge up my power.
That's fair. Solar, because it's Morg, you don't have to take a powerful hit, but you're gonna either take a condition or a powerful hit. Let me check.
I am definitely taking a condition at least. I'll go with.
It's your choice
guilty.
as to how bad you feel about this, given that it's Morg. If it was anyone else, obviously it would be a powerful hit and probably not actually happen in the show.
I think I'm gonna take a powerful blow on this one because honestly,
Yeah.
I haven't had someone decapitated. I was a normal teenager until about a month ago.
All right. Roll to take a powerful blow.
Just trying
Emotionally.
to see where that is.
Yeah. Do we describe how your character got powers again? Did they like eat a sun? Like
It just kind of, as far as she's aware, it.
happened, and I have no idea
Ah.
how or why.
Yep.
Is there a specific button for take a powerful blow or
the
no?
condition
Yes,
roll.
under
The
condition.
condition roll.
Perfect. Thank you.
Ooh, that's bad.
I'm pretty
That's
sure
actually
that
bad. This is the only one rolling high is bad. Yep.
Here, I'll copy paste it.
Okay,
For you.
remove yourself from the situation, flee, pass out, etc. Lose control of yourself, or two options.
Or yeah, 2 options from the 7 to 9 list.
I do like the two options because I don't want to flee just at the very beginning. I will definitely mark 2 conditions and give ground. I'm going to be busy like trying to look at Morg's body, trying to focus on it, like grab head, like what can I do to make this right? I am not paying attention to the fight at all.
Okay, so I think if you're giving ground, the wizards are advancing as they do this. One of them's like, "Good job, man. Thanks," to the guy through the disc. But I think they're now fighting, having reached the bodies that they're gonna be dealing with later. They're now fighting from that area instead of entering into it. But they all have their wands drawn now, and they start doing things that are weird and hedge magic-y. So, Zen, you were about to say something.
Yeah, I think seeing all of this and Solar's reaction to it and still being angry and guilty, I'm just gonna yell "Morg" and just unleash hell, holy hell, on the wizards, just suppressing fire of light bolts.
Perfect. Just like coming out of your hands, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
You gotta
Then-
finger guns though while you do it. It's gotta be like that.
Yeah. You're directly engaging them, I think. So roll plus danger.
Oh, I was
Are you?
figuring I was unleashing my powers here.
Are you?
Oh, because you're like.
I guess
suppressing them, right?
you're providing covering fire. Then yeah, if that is your main goal, rather than hurting them.
I mean, it's literally just freaking out and launching every offensive capability I have at them.
I think
guess
that's
the
directly
question is,
engaged.
are you
Then,
intending
if your
to harm
intent is to
them?
harm them, then you're direct, and you seem to be acting fairly directly. That's what you're. Then it's directly engage a threat. If your intent is to provide sort of an opportunity for your teammates or something like that, I would consider unleashing your powers.
I mean, overcome an obstacle, reshape, or like. I see this more as unleash, but okay, we'll go with.
These guys are less of an obstacle and more of a threat, if that makes sense. Obstacle and threat are specific words, I think, in this case. Unleash your powers is generally the catch-all move most of the time. except when you're in a fight, then it'll tends to be more directly engaged depending on what you're doing.
We have like 7 team too.
Yeah.
All right.
Can we
Isn't
Okay.
that the...
one team and roll?
That works.
Still a
Don't need
10.
it.
That's a 10. All right.
Choose 2.
Lasers.
I think I will of course resist taking any more damage, and I will take something from them, that being the ground they're standing on. They're going to have to move back and retreat.
Okay. Yeah. So they start backing up. And they, I think, they're backing up onto the street that they came from. You kind of reversed what they took before, that the ground they held. They, what was your?
Would
I'm blanking
would
on what your
intentionally
second choice was.
inflicting damage on them clear angry if I'm like out to hurt them?
Let me check angry, but the answer is probably.
Does it hurt
Does
someone?
this hurt someone? Yeah.
So not
I guess
yet. I think you haven't yet gone far enough, but you are going in the right direction.
Okay.
So if one of them like surrenders or runs away and something, and you go out of your way to be to sort of like hurt them for its own sake, not just because you're in a fight, then that will push it over that line to me. Yeah, sort of as a character thing, hurt them. What was your second choice again? You're taking their ground, basically.
And I'm not getting hurt in the process.
Okay, yeah. So they can't really get many spells off. Unfortunately, they are not doing. They don't have quick fire spells for the most part. They're not that kind of wizard. So
Nope.
they end up.
Clearly Vancian.
Yeah. They end up backing up. I think every single one of them is like, I'm out. Are you out? I'm out. They're speaking like they're out of spell slots, like they're out of ammo. You're like, ah.
Because they get like 1 spell each.
I'm
Yeah.
out of components.
Yep. Exactly.
Like the leader has like 2.
Yep. One of them like
Gosh.
snaps their fingers and a bonfire appears beneath one of you guys, and you just step to the side of it, and then you're fine. They quickly retreat, I think. So I think Glitch, you can see they retreat, and they one of them starts. I think it's actually the specific guy who did the disc and decapitated Morg. As they're pulling back, and going, leaving the street and sort of ducking around an alley.
I'm going after that guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say one of them. I think your covering fire like sort of catches him in his ankle, and he isn't able to run as fast. He like is limping a bit, so he's running after them, but he's definitely in the back and going slower than the rest.
Yeah, I'm definitely going after him.
Void,
Just not thinking, just running.
as you do that, what's up, Void?
Yeah. Can I get my burn and flares off before they like get around the corner?
Yes, you said you were gonna do that.
Yes. So hopefully I won't need team to help me not stress out.
Okay.
I'm gonna need 2 team. Wait, no, 3. Because
It's
on a
not
7 to
bad.
9, I just mark a condition, and I don't get.
I thought you still get it on a 7 to 9. You just
I don't
also
know.
mark a condition.
On a hit, hold 3 burn. Yes,
Yeah,
on
I
a,
hit his
on a 7 to
Oh.
9, you mark a condition.
Yeah,
Cool.
so you still get 3
cool.
burn. You just also get a condition.
I'll also be angry, and
Perfect.
then I'm gonna do reality storm. So this is reality
They
That's-
thought they were wizards.
Yeah, this is what true magic is.
Yeah. You know what? Because we have 7, I will act selfishly. I will shift savior down 1 and freak up 1.
So, they're retreating. You guys are fighting together. When they turn the corner into the alley, are you just already there, Void?
I think there's a black hole there.
Okay, yeah. that's blocking their way deeper into the alley,
And there's just a glowing green teenager
charging
at
them from the other side. Okay.
Yeah, so like when Void does his burn, like his black helmet, his black and like purple lined helmet, this is what is in the face mask.
Excellent.
Is what he powers up like that.
You just see the what's it called?
It's
The
Event Horizon.
Event Horizon, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna roll freak to
Yes.
unleash my powers.
Take it.
Team is good now. If anyone wants to
Yay.
spend team to help. I know
Yeah, I'll
Glitch is
spend-
nearby, but Solar also. Morg,
Okay.
Yeah.
you're spending a team, you said?
Yes. Because
Yes.
didn't Void pick up Morg's head?
No, I thought you did.
I thought it rolled
Uh,
next to you as you entered and as you arrived, Void. It's up to you.
Yeah.
Oh.
But Solar could
Either
pick it up
way,
after.
from the just as a head, I do provide
Go
moral
get him, Jack.
support.
Okay, so that's 10.
Your stars won't save you now.
I like the idea of not spending an additional burn just to have collateral damage.
Okay, yeah. So this is probably just like you're leaving the black hole there to trap them in that area. As Glitch like mows through them, hopefully. And therefore it starts damaging the buildings left and right of them on the alley. Okay.
I mean, if they were construction hard hat wizards and they're pretending the bodies were that material, I assume that at least the building around is not fully made yet.
Yeah, like partially demolished buildings around
Yeah.
that will be totally demolished by the end of this encounter.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Probably. Okay, cool. So yeah, we see now things really start shaking in the background as bricks like and cinder blocks and debris starts getting pulled into the black hole faster and faster. But while that's happening, Glitch, you are like we see probably from the guys, they turn the corner into the black hole. And the slowest guy is like, "Hey, what's wrong? Why aren't you all?" And they're just all like taking for a second and stare at the black hole that's sucking them in. Like, we gotta get away. They turn around, and Glitch, I assume you're.
Yeah, jumping like I had leaped from where I was, and I think 3-point land with the glowing green crap coming off of him.
Yeah.
He just stands up and says, "You hurt Morg," and just rushes forward and clocks the guy.
Perfect. The guy stammers like, "I didn't mean to. I never heard anyone with that before." And then you hit him.
Boom. That's an
Perfect.
11.
You knock him out completely. You are no longer angry. You can clear that now. But I think you
Guys are
can now
rude.
take out the rest of these guys with that roll. You
yeah.
can choose 2 as to how you do it, but these guys are no longer a threat. You can capture them or whatever else you want to do.
Okay, so I will resist any further harm, and I will take something from them, that being their freedom.
Oh, I thought you were going to say their lives.
I was gonna say their dignity, maybe, but yeah, okay. Or their hats,
Their phones.
their wands. Okay, yeah. So, I think I'm imagining by the time Solar and a reattached head Morg turn the corner into the alley, the black.
Yeah, Mark's going to the corner with like a staple gun. Just like, click.
I think it'd be so funny if Morg's torso comes around the corner holding the head under his arm.
Yeah, like a little do-a-guard.
What did you say, Marissa?
That's amazing. There is just a still distraught Solar, like trailing along, looking very confused at the head and Morg. Like, I know it, but there's a difference between knowing it and seeing someone decapitated holding their own head.
Perfect.
I think Glitch is going to take that guy and like hold him up against the wall and grab his face and turn him toward Morg and then just say, "Apologize."
You didn't take his dignity, so I'm gonna have him. He like looks you. He looks at your head, Morg. Sees that you're still alive, but he's a wizard. He's not as confused as most people would be. He spits at you.
I would like
Says, "I know who you are. You've been beating up our crew. Our covens, I guess they'd be."
Our sacred magical orders.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I would like to, stream of yell a big stream of anti-wizard propaganda at him, telling him wizards are stupid and how do you even bother with the spell slinging nonsense? Your disc can't do anything. You can't even haul your bodies with it.
The black hole is gone now, but during the time it was up, it did some serious damage. The unfinished buildings left and right are basically like missing a large chunk of both of their walls. Facing the alley, it's been kind of sucked in. You say that to him, and you can see this guy's eyes kind of harden at you, and he says, "You don't know anything about wizardry. You have influence over him." Because, as you said, you mocked his. No, you didn't dodge his spell.
No, I didn't.
No,
we tried.
So he says.
We tried to dodge his spell. It went poorly. I lost my head.
Yep. He says, "You know anything about wizardry? It's not about the usefulness. It's about the camaraderie." Yeah, says the other three behind him.
Family.
Can I was gonna say, did Morg just use the hard D?
But yeah, no, it just like the cops are on their way. They'll find your bodies.
Yeah, and there's like distant sirens.
Can I do something to clear angry?
What do you want to do?
Well, I have this flare called Move, where I can spend burn to move any place within. Move any place within the scene, or I can spend 2 to move any place I've previously been.
Mm-hmm.
So can I open a wormhole and throw this guy into it, leading to the Tyrannosaurus Rex pit?
Oh, yes, you can. That's gonna have consequences later, but yes, you can.
So we just get the panel of like the wormhole opening up, the guy falling out, looking scared, and then crunch.
Yeah, I don't think we see what happens to him. When others ask, I think one of the others was like, "Where'd you go? Where'd he go?"
Wizard
You
jail.
don't want to know.
Yeah, and like at the end of the comic, we see where this guy went, and it's just in the T-Rex containment area.
Listen, they were shooting to kill. All right, they went for Morg's head, so Void has no problems killing them.
All right. Do you tell your other teammates that's where you sent him?
I don't think I let him know.
Okay. He just went
Probably for the best.
Yeah, I don't want to tell the narc over here.
I just wanted a phone, and then the wizards jumped us.
I mean, you were stealing from them.
Hold on.
We
were stealing from their dad. There's a difference.
So I would like to point out that there's an awful lot of wizard murder, apparently.
Are we wanting to make wizards no, that doesn't help. This is a game where there's a ton of people who are not
Wizards
The wizard will not die. But it will not be thanks to Void.
They need to I think wizards need to have some sort of thing so it's not really murder at this point.
The wizard will not die.
Phylacteries.
Yeah, they all have phylacteries. They're like liches.
Well, we did already establish that like it was wizard bodies they were disposing. My idea was that it was their own previous bodies they were disposing.
I was saying it's wizard on wizard crime.
Okay, wizard on wizard crime. So all wizards have phylacteries and come back. And all.
As I said, no wizards have died yet.
No.
I don't think I want to make wizards inherently unkillable yet because that's part of the.
Well, we could retcon the fact that it's
of the Nova.
Maybe not a giant pile of wizard bodies, but
But the giant pile of bodies in general gives a bit of a different tone to a team.
Maybe instead it's a couple bodies disposed in actual construction waste as opposed to mountains. Or just some scattered, discarded robes and evidence of wizard fights.
I think that makes sense.
We don't actually need to be digging through actual wizard bodies, but
it's cardboard boxes of evidence of.
Yeah, this was a wizard fight scene. Like there was torn robes and sundered hats and shattered wands, and we were picking through the rubble for
Perfect.
it. And they were going to go dispose of like some wizard contraband that they
Yeah.
also had glamored.
Right.
It-
We
That is a
dropped-
fair point. If we want to make a less murdery world,
I-
when it
I
gets
think that
wizards,
makes
it's not
sense.
murdery is totally fair.
I was
It could
thinking by
be-
pile of bodies, my head was like 3, not a mountain, but I think having it be none makes more sense.
Yeah, none. Right, none makes more sense. But there was wizard gang activity in the area that I was stealing the phones from.
And listen, it could be I didn't put him in the pit. I put him where it looks like he's in the pit, and it gets scared. Oh, like maybe there's
no,
like a cage
I
for
was-
their snacks.
How about the?
I think you put him in the pit if you want to
container?
clear angry, but someone else saves him, or like you think
Okay.
that you killed him, but you didn't.
Yeah, you
That's
threw them in
fair.
the pit, but like they don't stay out on exhibit.
T-Rexes
overnight.
have been moved out
they
of the
have a
pit
bar-
since it was damaged.
That's
They have
true.
a barn or something that they normally stay at overnight in the damaged exhibit, but he's in the T-Rex pit, and that is inherently terrifying.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
there's no T-Rexes in there right now.
All right, retcon back to our T14.
Yeah,
rating.
Mother Time
Yes.
has fixed
Fair,
all.
good, fair point. We will keep the wizard murder to 0. Instead, just mock them for spell slinging like cowards.
So these guys are the rest of them are tied up. I'm guessing in some kind of like hard light ring that Glitch has, just like keeping the 3 of them like tied
Yeah.
together. Okay, perfect. Well, with that one guy gone and not going to be a problem anymore, do you want to do anything? I think the other 3 are terrified of Void, and they're going to be quiet unless you specifically ask them questions or anything like that. It's not long until the sirens are getting louder. You think you have a couple minutes until the cops arrive.
We should probably scram before the cops show up.
Are all of you guys okay?
Yeah, I mean, it's a patch job, but get back to the morgue, stitch some. Stitches
I've
back on.
accidentally done worse to Morg. It's okay.
Yeah. This isn't even the
Worse?
3rd arm he's destroyed.
No.
Okay.
It's just wizards. They can't hurt anyone.
Why don't you prestidigitate on some other side of town?
They glare at you, but they don't say anything now because they're too scared.
All right, but Glitch, you got a phone?
Oh, yes, I think I'll take the blue one.
Blue one. All right. Give him the blue phone.
All right, let's get out of here.
And I
Scram.
throw the other phone at the wizard. It's not like just like in front of them, like this is yours, I think.
You take
Perfect.
the purple one.
Okay.
As we're leaving, I'll stop and run back and look at them and say, thank you, and hold up the phone and turn around and run away.
Yeah, they're just too surprised to respond. Okay, you have a phone. Now we need a phone plan. The scarier part.
No.
Oh,
Do you wanna have a-
Bureaucracy.
Do you want to have a scene of getting the phone plan, or it's up to you? It
Or is the
depends,
call
depends
enough?
if we want to
I'm
bring
fine with
Glitch to them all.
I think we just get like several panels of like us standing at the Verizon store, Morg obviously pissed off, like Glitch with a huge pamphlet in front of his face saying, "What's prorate?"
Solar has to stay outside because she's getting swarmed with fans if they're at a mall.
All right.
Am I running security because I can throw black holes?
I mean, maybe. That depends.
I don't think Solar
Solar
needs
can handle her own
Something
security.
about the fire powers. I mean, but security is
That's fair.
optional.
I'm
I brought
the
you in to help sticking next to me anyways, because because I'm
less
sure that
security,
they want
more
to
like
help you.
another person.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm still not up too comfortable right now. I need some emotional support, thanks. You can run interference for the popularity.
Yeah.
'Kay.
What's the?
So
Yeah, and I think as Glitch comes out, he's gonna do the stupid thing of like holding up his phone with his phone number on it, and like in front of all of the people, like I have a phone,
there's a flash as
and
someone
like
takes a
reads out his phone
screenshot.
number.
Yeah, people are taking screenshots of your phone number and and everyone's already recording Solar anyways.
I not sure you should do that and like moves phone down.
But anyone can
but
call me on this, right? Anyone
It starts
Anyone.
ringing.
at any time.
yes, but you might not want it ringing anyone at any time.
Glitch, your phone is ringing.
Here, and I stick
I
the
answer.
gesture
Hello.
forward.
Hello? Is this Glitch?
Yeah. Who's
Oh,
this?
Good. Can I talk to Solar, please? I always want to talk to her.
They call you
Oh.
to get to Solar.
Solar, it's for you.
Hi.
Hi,
Nice to
my name's
meet
Sam.
you.
I'm your biggest fan. I've been watching you ever since you
So
started.
This phone is Glitch's phone. We're going
Yeah.
to ask that you only call this number if you need Glitch's number.
I've already saved
If you
it.
want to talk to me, please feel free to.
Reach out via the
Can I have
chat
your
line.
phone number? I won't tell
Yes, and I
anybody.
give my phone number and I say it aloud.
Oh my
You don't have
gosh.
a chat line?
Perfect. You get a text from your producer saying, like,
What have you done?
WTF with like a bunch of question marks and exclamation marks.
I hand the phone back to Glitch and saying, I hope you'll get a reasonable amount of calls now. And here's Jessica's number, the reason you have the phone. If you get more calls from people who you don't know who they are, you might not want to answer. It'll be probably spam, and that's not useful.
You get a follow-up text from your producer.
I already
saying,
have
I've managed to
148
bleep
text
your
messages.
phone number, your number out, but we still need to change it. Get here ASAP to deal with this.
Void's just gonna pull out his phone and text his mom like, you know, and she'll say, I know. So I want her to get them your phones.
I've gotta go, guys. I'm getting. I need to go see someone.
The
Do
Verizon
you
store
want
is
to come
right
with,
there.
or
Do we have other stuff to do?
You'd still have to investigate, you know, everything about your case you were given.
I need to investigate. My justice sense is tingling, and by that I mean my pager.
Your
Pager?
I'm
justice
sure it
pager.
won't take very long. It'll just be real quick, and you'll get a chance to meet Dex. He's been a huge help in making this team a thing.
I mean, I guess if you really need to go talk to, I don't know who we're talking to. Sure, let's go. I can.
Okay.
They said they
Research
would
the-
send you the information when they had it.
I'll kind of explain, like, okay, so Dex was the person who did the branding for the new metas after they got this. He was the one who kind of helped me figure out how to learn about power, so I wasn't just going into this on nothing. He's been super helpful and basically explaining on how we've been navigating the superhero thing with him.
Perfect.
So Dex is your PR guy.
Yeah, something like that.
Mom has one of those. It's herself.
I don't deal with my own stuff in that way.
Well, I mean, she knows what's going to be controversial if she says it. She doesn't say it.
So
guess
would
that
she
would-
have handed out her phone number?
My mom?
Yeah.
No,
No? Okay.
definitely not.
It was the best way I could figure out to maybe stop people calling Glitch for me.
I mean, we could just have gotten Glitch another phone and said, hey, don't blurt out your number.
I did not want to get another phone after the last one.
Well, you get someone to get you a phone. You don't go out and get a phone yourself.
I mean, I know other spots the wizards like to hang
we could
out.
just buy a phone. Listen, I'll get a loan from mom. It'll be fine.
I mean, look, I'm pretty sure that Glitch doesn't have unlimited money. I mean, do you have unlimited? No, you.
Do you have
Can't.
any money,
Glitch pulls the phone away from his ear and looks at you, Solar, and says, "There's a nice man on the phone that seems to have some kind of breathing condition. What is your shoe size?"
I'm just gonna reach
It's
over and
really
hit the hang
do
up.
not answer the phone if you don't have a name attached to the phone number.
Can I borrow that for a second, Glitch? And then I would like to block that number.
Perfect.
No, can I, Glitch? Can I borrow your phone? I promise I'll get you a new one.
I hand you Glitch's phone.
I break it. We'll get you a new one because this one's compromised.
Oh, okay.
My mom's already ordered it. She has just sent me the Amazon link.
I love how the entire wizard fight thing.
It's just so pointless. It's just pointless.
But look, does the new phone have blue sparkles? Because that's pretty.
Yes,
Fair. So
she knows exactly what to get.
I think
I lived my whole life like this.
you guys arrive at like the studio / agent's office. Outside there's just a sign that it says like it'd be his full name. So it'd be like Dexter something.
Dexter Incorporated.
And then I think it's like superhero relations agent or something like that.
Dexter
Superhero
Dallas.
Relations. Yeah, Dexter Dallas. Superhero relations. And it's just kind of like in a bunch of like rundown business offices in a place that isn't that busy. Like it's not a well-to-do part of town. You go up to like the third floor, back corner, the last office at the end of the hallway, and enter it. And there's a few rooms in the office. There's like the front desk area, and there's that on-air sign we saw before more clearly now, and it still says on air. And I think you can we see like he obviously knows you're coming. He told you to get here. So I think we hear him say like, and we'll be right back after this quick ad break, and like presses it, and it's gonna run ads until he says otherwise. So he opens the door and comes out, and you see Dex is probably about a 5'6", relatively like fit build guy in his late 20s, early 30s. He's short black hair. He's wearing a suit. And he says, "Good. It's all four of you. We can deal with this. Can I have your phones, please?"
No,
Mine was broken.
I already did it.
Mine's very customized.
Solar, actually, you're the only one who gave out your phone number. I can deal with this if I have your phone.
I hand it over.
Perfect.
Breaks it.
He does. He breaks it as well.
See, I knew that was happening. That's why I didn't give you my phone.
We'll get you a new one.
I feel like there was a better way to deal with that.
Not for
No.
this kind of situation, no. What you did, Solar, and Glitch, you need to learn. He is actively and obviously a bit more gentle with Glitch, less so with Solar in this case. He says, what you did was you let the viewers, your audience, you let them decide how to contact you. If you do that, if you put more than a toe in that water, it's going to start swallowing you. That's not a bad thing. The people are fine individually. But I don't think you realize how many people there are that want to talk to you, want to hang out with you, want to...
No extreme
more than
details
that.
about her footwear?
Steal her car.
Unfortunately, yes.
I have a car. I mean, no, I'm not doing that.
Put a hex on you. There is wizards afoot.
But I'll get you a new one.
There are wizards.
I already have one. But I think that we can deal with this in the long term. How do you feel about... I think it's honestly about time we did this. We should have done this before. How do you feel about a weekly call-in segment where people can talk to you. I'll field the questions, but you come into the office every week just for like an hour or two, Saturday, Sunday when you're off school, and answer questions on air. The people have been begging for that for the entire month. But some things you can learn from hearing them live, experiencing them, but some things people can only know by seeing or asking. What do you think?
So all of us?
Eventually, he says. You could probably, I think it would makes the most sense to have guests on with you. This would just be a small thing. I'll still run the show most of the time. I'll be, of course, fielding and moderating the questions before we get them. But this would be need a name for this segment. Who?
The new meta.
Out of pure curiosity, can I clear insecure for taking foolhardy action without talking to my team?
Yes,
Oh,
you
gosh.
can. Yep. But he says, "Oh, well, I'll think about it later." Oh, while you're all here, he, as he's talking, he like goes to a nearby cardboard box, opens it, pulls out, and he says, "What do you think of the T-shirt design?" He pulls out a T-shirt, and it's like the silhouette of the four of you, with Solar herself biggest and center, with a large, bright orange, almost Tatooine like bright sun in the background, and just the outline silhouettes of the four of you in front of it standing. Hmm? People have been asking for T-shirts too. This is the prototype design. Hold your applause. I think it's good. I think it's pretty good.
I think I am very happy with the t-shirts and tell him so, essentially. As for the podcast, yes, I'll go in for an hour and I'm good with that. But yeah.
All right.
I'll probably spend a little bit of time like poking at details on the t-shirts and saying, but shouldn't this one, this silhouette be a little bit more green? Maybe if we add a little color to the silhouettes, and yeah. My
Yeah.
hobby might be difficult.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. He takes it. He takes it all under advisement, but I think with your hobbies, you can tell the T-shirt is a bit lower quality. It's still wearable, but it seems like the print itself is actually just a black shirt with the sunset print on it that is in the shape that it looks like your silhouette's there. So it's actually just a single flat color. Um, it's recognizable. It's very simple from a like manufacturing complexity standpoint.
Can I pierce the mask of like a normal dude?
Sure. Yeah. No, you can pierce the mask is not just a superhero thing. So
Okay.
roll plus mundane.
I want to pierce the mask of this guy.
One question.
What is this guy really planning?
A bunch of team if there's
Yeah. You guys have a lot of team. You don't need to be in a fight to use it. Do
I'm
people
not
want
gonna
to
say
spend
no.
team to increase that to a 10 for 3 questions?
I'm not
Can
sure I'm
help
volunteering.
with team, by like fingering the cheap print on the shirt and like trying to give Void the concept of like maybe he's out for some money here. Or is this for is this material components? Always got to be on the lookout.
You never know.
Yep.
Secret wizards are the worst kind.
Perfect.
So,
Is Morg spending a team into someone else spending a team?
I leave the option open to glitch first, but I will do it for the fun of it if not.
I mean, yeah, if you're like Glitch will always go along with what the crowd is doing because he thinks you're doing the right thing. So yeah, if you begin questioning it, he'll begin questioning it as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
In which case, yeah.
All
Okay,
right.
so
So your first question was, what are you really planning, I believe?
yeah, yeah, what are you really planning?
He is planning to make a lot of money off of solar.
Oh man.
I don't think you can get any more information as the like how bad is that or how
hmm,
exploitative or anything like that just with that question yet.
okay. And then how do I gain influence over you?
Oh. Um I think if you actually the best way to get influence over him is to make it clear that you actively don't like him.
So he wants me to like
He
him.
doesn't like people not liking him.
Mm,
He can be harsh. I
cool.
guess let me tweak that slightly. He doesn't want you to think he's a bad person, more specifically.
Okay.
So if you
Uh,
if he knows that you think he's a bad person, you will definitely have influence over him.
can I tweak one of the questions, or does it have to be the questions on here?
Um, for masks, it's pretty strict. You can
Okay.
ask one of any question you like, but I will probably the answer will be from one of those questions.
Yeah, I would say like, what do you want us to do instead of me? But
That's still fine.
me is also fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I mean, what he wants is for you to keep doing what you're. Do you mean in the moment or in general? I guess.
Um.
Like in this office, what do you want you to do here and now, or what does
No,
he
I
want
think
you to
just in
do?
general, like, I mean, he stands to make money from it, but like, what
Yeah,
does he want us to do, really? Like,
yeah. He wants you to. Oh, he wants you to not look any closer into him.
mm, okay. So let me find a place to put these notes. So this guy's name is what's his name again?
His name is
Dexter.
Dexter Dallas.
Dex Dallas. So he's making money
He's making money.
off solar.
Doesn't want you to look into him.
Us or
Um,
me specifically?
you guys in general.
Okay.
And you can get influence over him by telling him that you think he's a bad person.
Gain by making him think I think he's a
Yeah,
bad person.
telling him you think he's a bad person would do it. Yeah.
Okay. I think based off of that, I'll say, Dexter, do you mind if I call you Dex?
Um, uh, it's a bit
I don't care.
informal, but sure.
Um, so I mean, you gotta get better quality shirts than this, and also,
You know how many
I
we have to
mean,
make? We've got to make a lot of them. We don't have that much money yet, kid.
hold on, I'm gonna pull up the YouTube video on my phone that I was shown at my party.
Yeah.
Like, look at this. You don't think this is gonna sell way more? I know all you care about is money.
He says, I think he says, no, that's not true.
Why? I mean, why else would you be doing all this? I
I
mean, I've listened. My family's in the business. We know.
It's
We know.
expensive to keep heroic communities and fan communities going. We have to pay up front for all of these shirts.
That's how making money works.
We don't
You
have that
put
much
money
to spend.
in to get more out.
Yeah.
You gotta do better than this.
These are the first shirts we're making. We'll come up with better ones later once we get the money from these ones.
Look how many views are on here.
Someone
This
likes
is
the
a
shirts.
million views already.
Did you say a billion?
I said million.
Oh,
It's already at 1 trillion views.
yeah.
It's playing in the
Multiple
background of Discord for
dimensions.
everyone.
Yeah, multiple dimensions have been viewing this video. It's insane. But
Listen,
yeah,
you don't want them to think that the new metas are cheaping out
meta.
on.
He said he corrects you. Like you probably had a discussion about the name before.
You don't want people to think the new meta are just trying to cash cow in. If you're just not trying to make money, I understand if you are. Like, my family's been in this business. We know parasites. I mean, PR guys when we see them.
People have been begging for a shirt or some kind of merchandise for weeks now.
Then get them something that'll last. Not something like this. And I'm just gonna do a black hole and destroy one of the shirts.
All right, I think you're provoking him. You have influence over him from what you've said, so that'll
Yay.
automatically give you a +1 to provoke him.
We're bullying everyone.
Oh, he's like a shitty
We're not
rich
good
kid
people.
that has superpowers. Let's see.
The entire point of this streaming was to show that people could do good, and all of you guys are just going out there and being the worst. Well, actually, no, all you guys minus Glitch.
I'm really mad at
But
wizards.
Wizards aren't
all right, so
people.
this is superior. Cool.
They chose that lifestyle.
Listen, I'm trying to roll to mark potential, but on a failed roll. This is how I'm getting XP, as I'm trying to be shitty.
Yeah, I've forgotten that, so at the end of the session, I'm gonna have to scroll up to every roll.
Congratulations, you succeeded.
Uh,
Do you have any conditions that would have affected that? That might not have.
no, I'm afraid.
All right. So he does exactly that. He says, "You know what? Fine."
Oh, I wasn't even factoring in my +1, so that's 12.
So I believe on a provoke success, they just do it. They rise to the bait and do what you want. So he says, "Fine. I'll figure it out later. I gotta get back on air. You kids."
Athletic fabric. Kids love the breathable stuff.
Get the breathable stuff, do a limited run. That way it's high quality, and it's going to go up in
Pre-orders?
price. Pre-orders.
Pre-order?
Pre-orders. We'll kickstart it. We'll kickstart the shirt.
Send me an email.
Thank you, Dexter. I'm really glad that you're listening and helping us in this way. I really appreciate it.
Does he know any Void? I guess. Does he know your secret identity?
No.
Okay, so he knows you're affiliated with Mother Time, but I don't think he has a way to directly contact her. So I think he says, "I'll get you a new phone. I'll have it shipped overnight." I got her back on the air. Kids, just go. Don't make any more trouble.
We solve trouble.
Yep.
Because we're the new meta.
Trouble can't stop us.
He looks a lot more. He looks very tired. He doesn't respond to that right now. And he kind of just. I think he's gonna escort, not like forcibly, but he's just gonna show you the door politely and say he has to get back on air, and he doesn't want to leave you in the office while he does that.
Yeah.
He keeps you back for a second, Solar. And he says, 1 minute? Like he wants to talk to you alone. Cool. He closed the door.
Hello.
The stream is on break during the whole thing. As a reminder, he went on break when he's talking to you, and that means you're not actually broadcasting during this. It's very intentional on his part.
Okay, so I didn't. Yeah, okay, got it.
So
I'm never gonna know when he's on break or not, but
that's true.
he has that power.
There's a big sign in the thing I mentioned with like an on-air versus on-break thing.
Oh yeah.
No, but
You'll know. I won't.
if she's out in the field, she's
Oh,
not
yeah.
going to know when he's
No,
on
no.
or off air.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
But he says, "You doing okay? You seem pretty shaken after the, well, I didn't see what happened to Morg, but I heard it, and I saw those staples."
I mean, I guess he's fine now. I wasn't prepared for something like that to happen. It's only like the second or third time out in a fight, and he got decapitated.
Oh, oh. He like actually turned slightly pale, like he almost didn't want to hear that, but isn't gonna tell that to you. And he says, "Taking it better than I would."
I don't know that I did, but I did what needed doing at the time, I think. Mostly my team did, at least. They helped a lot.
They're good people. You
I'm
got a
glad
lot of
I'm
weight
not-
on your shoulders, but I think you can trust them, even if they're rude and don't appreciate efficiency.
You just want what's best
Efficiency?
for everyone.
Keep Chinese crap, whatever.
Listen, I'm just thinking a dude in 1940s Germany wanted efficiency too, you know? I don't think go for efficiency is the right move here.
I don't think t-shirts are
I
a
don't know if
stretch
it's
there.
the same as Hitler.
I know, I'm
That's a
kidding.
totally
kidding.
different level. But, you know, you can spring for the good t-shirts. Especially if you're...
Limited run.
But I think he's going to use influence on you to tell you that you can rely on your team, and they seem capable, and they can handle stuff. You don't have to stress as much. He's going to try and down your superiority and up your mundane.
Yeah, no, that's about what I need to hear right now. I'm going to take that.
He's also going to say stay away from any more wizards. They're just bad news.
I noticed that, but I'm not quite sure how possible it's going to be with more on the team.
Do your best. They're he considers whether to say this last part or not, and he says they're scarier than they look. And he
You know
shows you
about
the door.
wizards.
They're everywhere. Don't get me started on them.
They're a scourge on this city.
Yeah. He doesn't necessarily disagree with Morg.
It's hard to disagree when they truly are a scourge on us. They keep riding their broomsticks through drive-thrus and stealing your orders.
Listen,
Yep.
racism is wrong, but classism, we're going to be
There
classist against these guys.
Yeah.
Sorcerers, totally forgivable.
Totally
You
No,
cool.
inherit
but, like,
magical
wizards-
power.
Rabbits weren't a thing in Halcyon until the wizards brought them back.
Oh.
There's got to be a rabbit supervillain now.
Yeah, they
Fair.
were. That's why they lost all the rabbits, because they, of course, built a rabbit army. It was a whole thing.
They keep building animal armies.
It's a trope for a reason.
Is the Goon Union not strong in Halcyon City?
It's too strong. That's why they need to use animals.
Anyways,
I
your
think
show's
I'll,
going.
Goons demanding a living wage and dental.
It's the
You know how
dental
expensive a
that really
dental
got
plan
it.
is when people constantly punch your teeth out? I mean,
Mhm.
Yeah, it's brutal.
But yeah, I'll let him get away with the wizard mention and just leave and keep that bit of for later.
Well, we have a short bit left. Do you guys want to go, get a pizza or something? It's probably pretty late in the night. It's been a long day.
Celebrate
Oh,
win. Move?
can I break into a hospital?
Okay, I think I know
Go on.
why this time.
Yeah, it's for the actual mission.
To actually investigate.
With
the
30
case.
minutes left, we're going to actually do the mission.
actual mission.
Perfect. Okay, what does it look like as you break into the hospital?
Wait, break it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could visit.
What?
I believe
Which
that
was actually Glitch was planning on
Glitch
doing
was
that
planning
anyway.
to do.
Oh, Glitch is gonna visit. I'm gonna break in.
And you just like visit with him until you say, "Okay, I'm gonna go down this hallway and like go into a place I'm not
yeah,
supposed
you go
to."
find the room. I'm gonna go use the bathroom or something.
And
That's
just
what
like
people do. The living use the
dislocate my
bathroom.
limbs and crawl through a vent I'm not supposed to fit in.
Glitch is the perfect person to have that conversation with because you could be like, I gotta use the bathroom like a normal living person. And Glitch would be like, oh yeah,
That is a
totally,
thing
I
you
get
have
it."
to do. Oh, okay. It's been 4 hours. Is that normal? I don't know.
He must have a lot of waste.
So me and Glitch go to the hospital.
Does he have waste? He's dead. Oh, I'll have to ask
Is
him.
he always?
the always, yeah, pretty much.
All right. I think let's start with morgue since you prompted the scene
Yeah.
anyways. So
Lights off, computer monitor on in the blood lab as I'm going through Jessica's toxicology report, virology report, blood panels.
perfect.
I'm trying to get a read on how malaria works and how it's different from like previous records of malaria infestations.
Yeah.
Malaria the supervillain.
Perfect. I think you're probably assessing the situation, but I'm gonna check. Oh no, actually, this would just be unleashing your powers to overcome the obstacle of learning more about malaria. We already talked about this.
Oh, good. I am hopeless still. So this is -2 to unleash my powers.
Okay.
If I tick the button, what does that do next to freak?
If you, oh, I don't know.
Let me look at the button.
I think it locks it so that you can't change it.
Oh yes, I
Yes,
think
it
that
does.
locks it.
Oh,
So
well,
you
that's
don't.
not
That
important.
that is
Alright.
not something any of you have yet.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Congratulations.
That's a 3.
You got potential though.
is -3 correct? That doesn't feel correct.
No, it should only be -1. Because it's -2 for being helpless and +1 from freak.
Good to know that doesn't work. Either way, that's still 5. So
If it's 5, I can use one team.
you need 2. 6 is still the same. You need 7 to bump it up. So I don't think you
could
can.
ask selfishly
And you would need something else.
and a team, but someone would actually have to be
Someone
in that
else has to help you. And I don't think you are specifically alone.
Yeah, I'm specifically alone.
Okay.
So Jessica's room.
Not yet. So I think what we see is the lights turn on, flick on behind you, and one of the like, I guess the toxicologist, one of them like walks in and like she freezes for a second. She's probably like holding a clipboard and in a white coat and stuff like that. She doesn't have a stethoscope because it's not that stereotypical, but yeah. But yeah, she flicks on the light and sort of freezes and gasps, seeing you sort of on the computer. And are you still in your full hero getup or not?
No, but I'm still dead.
You are.
I know that smell. That's the smell
She
of
is.
someone
Yeah, she's gonna assume you're very sick instead of dead, and say, "What are you doing in here? You should be in your hospital bed." Come, and she's like walks over to you and starts physically like grabbing you and yells out, "Nurse, we have a patient."
skin cold with
You know the thing about how it's really hard to move a dead body because they're not using any of their muscles to support
Are you
themselves?
just going full ragdoll?
I go full corpse.
You just go rigor mortis.
Okay,
Yeah.
excellent. So then she's
Activate
gonna like
rigor mortis.
Overboard.
perfect. So she's gonna assume someone's died on her, and she calls a code.
I
Nurses
can't get a
rush in.
pulse.
Yeah, he's so cold. All right. We'll find you later. Actually, in a morgue, maybe. We'll
Yeah.
figure it out. now we switch, yeah, from but so there is information in there. You haven't been able to pull it yet.
Nope, no, I have not. This investigation eludes me. The only thing that goes well is fighting wizards.
So far. Yep. Um
I've tried twice. I've tried 2 separate times to do the actual mission.
and those only 2 rolls were some of the worst in the session. Yep. So oh, that's a good thing. Huh. For later. Um Glitch, your Jessica is like on like the second or third floor in a specific room. Um, you this is I'm is this the same day or is this the next day? It was pretty late in the previous day. We're not doing like we're not gonna track um time very closely, so I guess I'm more asking what time of day is this happening?
It's given Morg's MO, this is probably like that night we just went to the hospital. It's not visiting hours or anything. We just went.
Okay.
Yeah, it would be
Perfect.
late for visiting
Yeah.
hours.
Okay. So I think you peek into Jessica's room. She is awake and on probably just on her phone and sitting in a hospital bed. You can see someone who looks related to her and older, like a mom probably, is dozing on a chair next to her.
Yeah, so I'll
Um,
like quietly walk into the room and walk over to Jessica and I will hand her a piece of paper. It's
yeah.
my phone number. I
Uh,
have a phone now. I see you have a phone too, but here's my number.
Yeah, she's surprised to see you because I'm guessing you don't really make footsteps. You. Yeah, if she was immersed in her phone, she wouldn't probably have noticed you entering until you were right next to her. She's like, "What? Uh, ah, hi."
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
her mom's still sleeping. Actually, she's very very quietly snoring, like you wouldn't know unless you were in the room. And that gets interrupted for a second, then resumes. Um, and she looks at her for a second, and then Jessica looks back at you and says, "Thank you." Um, yeah, thank you. I'll put it in my phone. I guess should I overwrite the other one? I think
Oh,
it was
yes,
Solar's, right?
yes, that phone is no longer a phone.
Oh, okay. Uh, I'll do that. And she like puts the note on her bedside table, like she'll do that afterwards, but she wasn't gonna do that in front of you. And she says, I'm thank you again for saving me. Um, the doctors say everything seems normal, but they're still running a lot more tests. Um, they don't know exactly what happened. I don't remember. The memories still aren't coming back. And they found some old reports on. They said malaria was the villain's name. Um,
Yes, he was a large bug creature.
yeah. Apparently, he used to be something like 50, 60 years ago. Used to be around. Um,
That's what Justice Beam said.
yeah.
We're trying to find out why he came back.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember. I mean, I would have seen that thing before if there was anything unusual, but huh. Um, but they said there were other people in the past inside malaria, so they don't know if he possesses people or what. She shudders slightly. I'm gonna um. I have a few days off from school, so I'm just gonna try to get my mind off it and feel better. Nothing broken, just some bruises. Um, yeah,
I'm very happy to hear that, and also very happy we did not have to remove your heart.
Uh, was some was something wrong? Why did you have to? Why did you? Huh?
Morg did research and found out that one of the ways to neutralize malaria is to remove its heart.
Oh. Do you think it meant me if I was inside it? And she like suppresses another shudder.
I hope that's the case because, well, the other way seems regrettable.
Yes, I agree. Are you okay?
I'm trying to figure things out.
I read up a bit about you. She pulls up your wiki page, which of course
Just like
exists.
a paragraph.
Yeah, there's like not much is known. Um, we're not sure. No one really knows much about you, so I don't know. Are you like? I think she says like how obvious is it when looking at you as to
I mean,
your material or lack
unless he's using his abilities, not very.
okay. Um, I think she says there are people out there who like to run facial recognition scans on heroes and villains that don't have masks. Um, they aren't always accurate, but no one's been able to find anything on you.
That's not surprising. I'm new to the scene.
Did you just move here?
In a manner of speaking, I suppose.
Okay. Oh, do you have like a backstory? Are you Did you time travel? Or are you from another dimension? Or no, it's probably just space. Just.
No, I'm from here. It's just, well, I sort of just happened.
She tilts her head slightly and then she says, um, like how your powers or
No, all of me.
how so?
It's it's very confusing. All I remember is being in the middle of a bunch of chaos and meeting my friends and knowing that there was something that we all have to do to stand up if we have the power.
You have amnesia, of course. No, that makes sense. It's I've heard it's common with heroes. Not sure why. Maybe about their powers.
I'm sorry. I think you misunderstood me. I literally am new. I didn't exist and then I did.
How long ago?
However long ago that was,
I
I'm
think
not lying.
about a month, I think
Yeah.
we've said so far.
Actually, I guess a little less now. Yeah, something like.
Yeah, three
Yeah,
three
a
to
few
4 weeks.
weeks. Yeah, a few weeks ago.
Oh, and you were just um. I read up your first appearance was in the museum attack.
Oh, are you interested in the museum? I know all about that.
Um, I uh, I guess so. I I visited once when I was a kid, field trip. I think it must have been like 7, 8 years ago. But
I think Glitch starts looking pensive, and you can just see his face like morphing through different other faces until it turns into hers. I remember you. You ask questions.
yeah, she like freezes as she looks up and sees her own younger face. I assume younger version of it
Yeah.
Yeah, from 7, 8 years
from
ago.
7 or 8 years ago. Her kid face. She says, "Uh, yes, I didn't know you could
You were very
shapeshift.
interested in Mother Time.
You should, you should know that it's not polite to shapeshift in front of someone into that person."
There's a flash of embarrassment on her own face as it morphs back into his.
Yeah, and she like blinks and like mentally tries to purge the image of that from her head of like her own child face on a teenage boy's body. Um, yeah, huh? Yeah, Mother Time, right? Yes, I was. No, I was interested in her. I liked her costume.
You were wearing her T-shirt.
Yes, I kind of went through a bit of a phase. I think I still have that T-shirt. I gave it to my sister. She outgrew it. I don't know what happened to it. It's somewhere in. I think it's still in a closet. Um, you said you only existed a few weeks ago.
As I am, yes. Before that, I was in the museum. Or I think that's the best way to explain it.
You were. They. They just installed those hologram things. Were you like? Are you a hologram? And
But
like, sort of, she reaches towards you to touch you, but then stops herself like, um, several inches away. Which is, can I? Is that okay?
yeah, I'll like put my hand up and touch hers, and you can see like the pixelated bits like streaming off of his fingers.
Yeah. Given that you're a hard light construct, if she touches you, does she go through it or through you, or does she?
Oh, it has
You punch
mass.
people, yeah. So I imagine it's a lot like touching glass, but I'm not sure. What is it? What would you think it would feel like to touch
Yeah,
hard light?
definitely a lot smoother than actual skin, and it's not squishy. It's like just a hard substance.
Yeah, glass is probably the closest equivalent then we have. Probably somehow even smoother than it. And she says, "Huh, cool." The snoring stops. I think you both realize the snoring had been stopped for a bit now. And
Like
the
still have my hand on hers and
yeah,
slowly look over, and what am I seeing on her mother's face at this point?
you're seeing she doesn't appear to have noticed the pixelated parts yet, or she's more like, I think she says, um Jessica, aren't you going to introduce me? She
Quickly
looks,
back up,
yeah,
like
it's
fold
not
my arms.
clear how she looks exact, or like what she is feeling based on her expression. Intrigue and wariness, maybe. Um, yeah, you back up. Jessica's like, yeah, sorry. I think she had. It's probably like her aunt or something. Actually, she says. Um, we already have Aunt May, so this is Aunt June.
Thank you.
All right.
Sorry, Auntie June. This is Glitch. He's the one who saved me.
Hello,
Oh,
ma'am.
uh, she like stands up and like straightens up her clothes that probably wrinkled a bit when she was dozing, and she says, "Very nice to meet you. Thank you so much for saving my niece. She's like a daughter to me." She reaches out her hand to shake yours.
And I'll like reach forward to shake her hand too. And
Yeah,
I'm glad we could help.
she shakes your hand and like
That's what we're supposed to do.
hesitates after shaking it and looks at it for a sec, sort of subconsciously reacting to how you feel compared to a normal hand. Yeah. Well, she would say thank you again. Um, I sure Jessica appreciates the visit as well. Um, she looks like she's about to say something more, but it's caught on the like tip of her tongue. Um, I guess caught in her throat more before she says, um, "Jessica, are you feeling rested, or do you need some more sleep? Do you want me to step outside?" Um, I think I do need some more sleep, Jessica says. But thank you for visiting. I'll text you.
I'd
And
enjoy
like
that.
you get a slight raised eyebrow on the aunt. Didn't know that you shared numbers. Um, okay. Have a good night.
Yeah, and I think Glitch will like bow his head slightly and just walk out the door.
Yeah.
Um,
June like doesn't like June watches you and sticks her head out of the hospital room to watch you go. Not badly, but just curiously.
yeah, just keep walking down the hall, saying hello to everyone I pass.
Okay, yeah.
Good.
Most of the hospital workers mostly like ignore you of their due to their overwork and they don't notice anything's unusual about you. So, yeah. Um I think before we end the session, Morg,
Hmm.
you never were unconscious, so you don't
No.
really wake up, but when it is time, you reawaken in a
You
freezer.
undertake a raise in the morgue.
Yeah, yeah. You
Uh,
slow.
it's just-
There's
it's
a
just-
blanket over your corpse, and and like a doctor, a mortician is just like in the corner, like typing something up and saying like we're not sure about the cause of death, and then we just see the blanket like pull back a bit as you start
Yep.
sitting up. We'll end the session with you think your eye and ear is somewhere nearby.
Ooh, I hear something.
Yeah, we'll end with that.
Cool.
I think that was
Yeah.
a good first session.
Yeah. I went through. I marked 4 potential because I messed up a bunch of rolls.
Yup. 3.
Perfect.
I got none.
I
Well, look at
also
you,
got
Mr.
none.
Perfect.
So,
Nice, we're not equally split.
end of session will help. So, at the end of session, choose one of these three. Did you grow closer to the team? Did you grow into your own image of yourself? Or did you grow away from the team?
Do we each choose one?
You each choose
Yeah.
one of those three. And they each have different effects. But what do you feel makes the most sense?
Definitely grow closer to the team, but I don't know the specific who yet.
I grew closer to the team.
Okay. Who made you feel welcome?
Glitch. Yeah, they stormed straight into wizard battle with me.
Perfect. Give them influence over you, and clear a condition or mark potential.
Clear
What happens
condition.
if they already have influence?
If you already have influence over someone and you would get it again, you can tweak their labels.
Sweet, I can tweak your labels.
So you say
Um,
up one, down one of something.
I think up your savior.
No, sorry, try again. It's already at 3.
Is it really? Your
Yep.
savior is at 3. Okay.
What happens?
If you need to shift a label.
Oh, no, sorry, not Savior, Superior. I mixed them up.
Mm,
Savior can go up to 3.
Okay.
There's 2 S's
Then you're
like
good.
right on top of each other.
Yeah.
If you ever need to shift a label above +3 or below -2, you instead mark a condition of my choice.
And if we're choosing to shift labels, we can just say, yeah, we're not going to mess with that and give other person a
Technically,
condition.
it doesn't say that.
Yep.
But I would say yes, because you get to choose the labels, and you could intentionally be like, yeah, I'm going to pick that condition to.
Okay.
Right.
But yes.
What's your mundane at right now?
0.
It is fine
It's
to
at
ask each
-1.
other labels.
All right.
That seems reasonable.
Solar, you were saying the same thing, that you.
Yeah, and I think I figured that one out. I'm going to grow closer to the team and say that the Void made me feel welcome because he stuck up for the t-shirts, and that was... Maybe Dex didn't need to be, but it was something that mattered.
yeah.
Anyway. So, influence, I'm pretty sure you already have influence over me, so you can tweak the things, and I will clear a condition.
You know what? I think you need to up your freak and
All right.
lower your mundane because you're more than just a normal person.
My poor mundane. Sounds good.
Yeah, I'll probably also say grew closer to the team. I will also probably say solar. I don't think you have influence over
I
me.
don't, so I'll
So
add
you gain
that.
it. Okay. I put it on my end too.
Okay.
And I'm gonna mark potential instead because I'm just gonna always be afraid. I'm just always gonna be scared because I'm throwing black holes at people.
You don't mark. Oh, I'm misreading it. No, you're right.
You can say or.
No, you're good. I misread growing closer to the team with growing away from the team. You're good. It is clear condition or mark potential. You're right. So you're totally good to mark potential. And glitch.
Why not make it unanimous? Yeah, I grew closer to the team. They got me a cell phone. I'm gonna probably throw it to Morg on that one, seeing as how he started a fight to get me a phone.
Yes.
And that you got a phone, you lost the phone, you are getting another phone.
Yep.
Who
I
knows
already have
if it'll have
influence
the same
over
number of
glitch,
tabs.
so I'm gonna increase your mundane
Ooh,
because you got a
okay.
cell phone. That's a normal person thing.
Fair enough.
And I guess decrease danger. You could do with less lasering people.
I think I'm going to call this episode Cell Problems or something like that. Cell interference.
Oh, it's a double entendre because of the T-Rex cells.
The T-Rex cells, probably something to do with also the mosquito infection.
Probably.
Oh, like biological cells, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's great.
Okay.
3 ways to take it.
Yep. Then I think we will be back probably next week, but time is weird, and we do not have Mother Time to tell us if we'll be back next week. We hope to be back
If
next
only.
week with episode 2.
Hey, we should be. I don't have
issue
anything.
2 of Masks, the new meta. So
So many wizards to beat up.
So many wizards.
So many wizards.
How many gifts did I miss?
It was mostly me, I think.
What's the context of the last one? The
That
Palpatine one.
was oh god, I think that was when was it? I think it was the laser. Oh yeah, because
So before the wizards.
no, it was for the Justice beam when like the way you were talking, like
Mm.
good, like go 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 do some investigating. Like
Perfect.
there was a way you said it. I was like, Palpatine.
Then we will be back next week. Thank you for watching.